and welcome to Coal City, West Virginia. Tonight is high school football, the opening round of Class AA as Video Productions presents the battle between Lincoln from Shinston, West Virginia, taking on the Independence Patriots from right here at Coal City. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, Chris Farish on stats, and we have Alex Fink on camera. And Eric, this is the second season. Independence comes in 9-1, the number 4 seed, while Lincoln, they are 4-6, the number 13 seed. But like I said, when you get into the postseason, everybody 0-0 as they start tonight.
Yeah, and this is the fun time of the season. You work hard all summer and through the fall to get to this position, you know, where it's one and done. Either you win and move on. If you lose tonight, you pack it up and get ready for either basketball or wrestling.
This is the Greenbrier Automotive pregame show. We'll get you ready for the opening kickoff coming at the top of the hour as we begin the 2025 playoffs. And of course, 4 classes in the state of West Virginia. The majority of the games are being played tonight. There is maybe a handful of games that will be played tomorrow because of long distances between the two teams have to travel, but still not a short distance for Lincoln. Like I said, from Shinston, West Virginia, 2.5, 3 hours to come here to Coal City.
Yeah, not a bad trip, though, and a beautiful day to travel.
Right.
And you know, a lot of coaches like to keep it consistent, man, play under the Friday night lights.
And, you know, there's not a lot of history between these two teams. They've only played one other time. They did play in the postseason back in 2016. That was up at Lincoln, and Lincoln beat Independence. So there's really not a lot over the years to gauge any of these teams by as far as playing each other.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think Independence would like to try to even that record 1-1 tonight as they have Lincoln on their home turf, so to speak. But, yeah, short history, but I know Independence would like to get even tonight.
The thing about it, too, Lincoln, you know, they enter the playoffs, as I mentioned, with a losing record, and including their last 2 regular season games, Eric, which in both of those were playoff teams, and we saw Doddridge County. We know how good they are, and they also lost to Philip Barber. But in each of those games, they gave up 50 or more. They gave up 53 to Doddridge County and losing 53-20. They gave up 55 to Philip Barber and losing 55-8. So you can say Lincoln's kind of limping in here into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think Philip Barber came in at number 3 in the AA
that's correct.
Standings, the final standings. And if you look, they have one common opponent. If I went over it right, I think they both played Nicholas County, and Nicholas County came here to Independence and played them in the close one, lost 28-27. So, you know, you can't really go by that, but that's the only thing we have to draw on as a common opponent. And Nicholas County was able to put up some points against this Lincoln team.
The only thing that we can, I think, draw from this is how good Independence has been over the last 5 years, and especially how good they've been at home. Since you and I have been working together on Video Productions our 5th year, they've only lost 1 home game, and that was to Princeton in a regular season game last year. They've been really good, and they've been really good at home.
Yeah, and that's what you want, and that's how you build. Coach Lilly has built a program, protect this home field, man. If you can win your home games, you know, it gives you a sense of pride, man. It gets the crowd into it, and they travel well. Once you start winning home games, your fans like, hey, this team's for real, and they start to travel a lot better.
Independence going to get a big boost tonight as they're going to get their star running back, Silas Nelson, back. Now, he plays on both sides of the ball, but I'm told he won't play defense tonight, or at least in the beginning, that obviously they're going to start him on the offensive side of the ball. And I'll tell you, Eric, he's got some electrifying numbers to only have played 7 games because he's missed the last 3. A year ago, he had 25 rushing touchdowns. Well, in 7 games this year, he has 15 rushing touchdowns, 145 carries for 1,173 yards.
I mean, that's a year's worth of work in 7 games. And he won't play defensively, but I think 2 of the biggest plays of the year he made was on the defensive side because he had a pick 6 against Herbert Hoover, and late in the game, I think maybe batted a ball down that could have went for a touchdown. So for them to get where they want to get, I'd like to see him stay healthy because they need him. I think he's the guy out of all the stars that they do. They have an abundance of talent. I think he's the guy that they need to go deep in the playoffs.
I would agree with that. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll dive into more players on each team. And as we get you ready for the kickoff of this opening round Class AA playoff game, streaming live here on Video Productions.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
we got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Tonight's opening round playoff game here at Coal City, West Virginia at Independence High School is being brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza. They have a location right down from the stadium. That's where we had our pregame meal. Mamma mia, Giovanni's Pizza. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. They also have a location down in Glen Daniel, down near Liberty High School. Also, the game tonight is brought to you by State Farm and Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent in Shady Spring. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can dial Scotty up at 681-238-6130. The playoff action tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you can contact Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. You can check them out on the website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the action brought to you in part by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours as well. She has a new location on Harper Road in Beckley, and you can reach out to Heather at 681-254-0097. And also the action being brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of all sports in the great state of West Virginia. 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, as we take a look, first of all, this Lincoln team, we mentioned they're 4-6, and like I said, they've limped in here with their last two losses, and they've given up 50 or more being blown out in the last two games. But also, they gave up 63 to Nicholas County. You touched on that earlier, and they've also given up 54 to Elkins. Now, Elkins is a playoff team that they played. North Marion's a playoff team that they played, Doddridge and Philip Barber, so they've played 4 playoff teams.
Yeah, and the thing, though, on the flip side that I looked at with this team, Lincoln, they can put up points as well. They give up some points, so they'll need some things to go their way early, but if they're able to put some points up and maybe put some pressure on Independence in that way, maybe try to induce a shootout.
Yeah, in half of their games they've scored 30 or more, and you're right. And really, I had a nice conversation with their head coach, Rob Hodgkins, and first of all, he said everything starts with their quarterback, A.J. Bart. Bart's a 6'1", 175-pound senior. He's thrown for 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. And he's got a good arm. We watched him in warm-up.
Exactly. You took the words right out of the mouth. And the thing, he throws a catchable ball. A lot of people, they throw it. He can throw it with touch. He threw the outs really well, in warm-ups. Of course, that's without pressure in his face, and I think that's going to be the key. Block it up front a little bit and give him time to get rid of the ball.
One of the things in the conversation I had with Coach Hawkins, he's like, a lot of times teams have a run game to try to control the clock. They do it with a short passing game. That's an extension of the running game. And they have multiple receivers that they go to in Connor Rice. He's a 6'1 junior. They have Brody Barnes, a 5'7 junior, and Jacob Bart, who is the quarterback's brother, who's A.J. Bart is the quarterback. And they also have a receiver in Colton Edwards, and they like to spread it around. And they also have a tight end in Cade Riley, a 5'11", 205-pound senior.
Yeah, and I saw him. He looks like a tough load to bring down, and I think early on in this contest, that's what I think Lincoln will have to do: string some first downs together, really get in rhythm and get going, and try to keep that high-flying Independence offense off the field.
And, Eric, like I said, we've been covering these games for the last 5 years, and the one thing all the visiting teams, when they come here to Coal City or wherever they play Independence, but they all have this in common. When you play Independence, you got to limit the big plays on defense. You can't give up the big plays, and once again, that'll be the case for Lincoln tonight.
Yeah, and this offense is kind of like a Porsche, right? They really get in the driver's seat and really try to put their foot on the gas and get going offensively. They think the more snaps they can get and really get you off your game, as far as defensively, where you can't really sub in, and Lincoln doesn't look to have a lot of depth. I don't know that much about the squad, but that's what Independence really tries to do.
And we talked about Independence. We talked about Silas Nelson in our last segment. He'll give Independence a boost. He's missed the last 3 games. He got injured there about a month ago when they played at Marietta College against a team from Ohio. But in 7 games, he had 145 carries, 1,173 yards, 15 touchdowns. And then you look, of course, Brock Green. He can make things happen. He's right at 2,500 yards. He threw for 2,497 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 5 picks.
Yeah, and both quarterbacks, as you see, they have a lot of attempts to take care of the ball.
Right.
And that's the key, not turning it over, and that's what Brock Green, he does a real good job of running the offense the way Coach Lilly wants it ran.
And another thing, Independence got some really good playmakers out on the edge. And, Eric, when we were down at Scott, we called that game, and Scott won when Independence beat Scott, 53-0. And KJ Vyers, I think he really stepped it up from that point on. But he's been one of their main targets. He's got 41 catches for 852 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, and I've liked that young man ever since we covered him when he played middle school.
Right.
And I just think, some people can pass the eye test, and with me, he passes the eye test. He's a real football. He's real cerebral, has a good high IQ, but he is athletic to back up everything that you just said. If he gets the ball in his hands, which I think in the passing game they finally figured that out, get it to him in space, he's tough to get down.
And you can't double-team him because on the other side you have Christian Linksweiler, and Linksweiler had 42 catches, just 1 more catch than Vyers, but he had 828 yards, and he reached the end zone 3 more times at 10. So 17 touchdowns between them.
Yeah, and let's just face it, and KJ Vyers can go after every game and pat Linksweiler on the back because he's a mainstay, and Linksweiler, you know what you get with him. He's going to play hard every down, runs a lot of goes, plays on both sides of the ball, never comes off the field, and it's beneficial to Vyers to have that other guy on the other side catching passes.
Yeah,
as well.
And for Lincoln, like any team, they got to stay in the game early. They can't let this game get away from them right off the bat.
Yeah, and the key to doing that is tackling in space. You can't give up big, humongous plays on just plays that should go for 4 or 5 yards. Keep them that way. Don't give up big plays.
Yeah, and on offense, they got to put first downs together. You can't get the ball, go 3 and out. You can't give them a short field. You can't turn the ball over. You got to take care of the ball, but you got to get first downs.
And that's really true. And the thing that we don't talk about is something that we used to think that was an Achilles heel
for kicking game
for Independence,
yeah.
But it's not now.
Not anymore.
Not with Micah Cuthbert. Now, I don't know who's going to make All-State because I don't get into all that, but I know he's been consistently. I don't think he's missed an extra point.
One. I was told he missed one.
What, 53 or 54, something like that.
Whatever it's been.
Something way up
I was told
there.
he's missed one.
And he's only had 1 kick that he blocked. He's 4 of 6 in Princeton.
Right.
At Princeton. So I think that used to be something that we would – heck, 4 years ago or 3 years ago, they had to go for 2 every time because they didn't have a kicking game.
Yeah, even when they won the state championship and were runner-up, that's what they
right.
had to do.
And I think Micah Cuthbert now, when you have him there late, if these games happen to be close, I think you 40 yards in, 35 to 40 yards, I think you feel confident trotting him out there to kick one.
As a matter of fact, the Lincoln coach told me the same thing about their kicker. They felt that if they had to kick a field goal, if they were 35 and in, they felt they could kick a field goal.
And that's good. That's consistently, that gives you points in the red zone. Close to the red, just outside of the red zone. If you can get to that, that's good for your offense.
Yeah, and I think when you play in these playoff games, I think you coach maybe just a little different. Sometimes you'll do things in playoff games you wouldn't maybe do in the regular season.
Oh, yeah, and that's exactly right, as you should. You should switch it up. But I think both teams, and with the special teams, you have to lean on that. You don't never know what the weather's going to be. It could come down to a kick later on in the playoffs for either one, and I think Independence would feel comfortable trotting Micah Cuthbert out there.
Well, one thing about the weather, right before we go to break, we can tell you it's a beautiful 52-degree night here in Coal City. And when I checked the weather on Monday, it said it's going to be like down in the 30s. And thank goodness it's not quite that cold. It's actually very comfortable here tonight.
Yeah, Monday, if this would have been Monday, both teams would be miserable. The fans would be miserable.
Everybody would be.
That was like a January night,
yes.
Monday evening.
Yes, it was. All right, we'll take a break as we get you ready for the opening kickoff of this opening round of this Class AA playoff matchup between number 13 Lincoln and number 4 Independence. We kick off at the top of the hour, and we will return here on Video Productions.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Tonight's playoff action is brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. And Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. You can bring your family, join a league, or book your next birthday party at Leisure Lanes. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Tonight's game is brought to you by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company is built on a foundation of safety, innovation, and teamwork. From the heart of coal country, they deliver resources and strength of industries around the community. Infinity Coal Division, and they go from coal seam to Steel Beam for Infinity Coal. Also, tonight's action is brought to you in part by Pasquale's Pizza. Pasquale's Italian restaurant, not just pizza, but they have all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering and private parties available. You can book your next event at Pasquale's by calling 304-255-5253. Also, the action tonight brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Allstate, located in Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond, the agent, 304-252-8646. Lori's my agent, takes great care of me, and she'll take great care of you as well. They're getting ready to play the national anthem, so we'll take a break, get you ready for the kickoff as we get closer to it, kicking off at the top of the hour between Lincoln and Independence, streaming live here on Video Productions.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
This fall, let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
Tonight's playoff action is brought to you in part by the Spartan Factory. Spartan Factory has everything you need for your team, whether it's a t-shirt, sweatshirt, ball caps, bags, no matter what it is. You can check them out. They're located in Beckley, and you can go to their website, the SpartanFactoryWV.com. Also, the playoff action brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of these high school football playoffs. Well, Eric, this is the opening round of all 4 classes in the great state of West Virginia. And like I said, the majority of the action is played tonight. There are a handful of games played tomorrow, and perhaps the reason tomorrow, first in Double-A, Oak Glen is playing Bluefield. Of course, Video Productions will have that. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff tomorrow at Mitchell Stadium in Bluefield. Maybe the furthest distance between the 2 playoff teams, all the way from the northern panhandle to almost as about as far south as you can get.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk about that earlier in the week.
In our podcast,
that is a definite, probably the longest trip. Not probably, it is. It's from one end to the other.
State to that. Also, you got a long trip in Single A as Meadow Bridge. That's why they're playing this game tomorrow. Have to go all the way to Cameron.
Big trip for the Meadow Bridge Wildcats, but good to see them back in the playoffs.
Also, we talk about the other Raleigh County team that is in the postseason. That's the Beckley Flying Eagles, and the Beckley Flying Eagles have to take a long trip as they will be up on the island to take on Wheeling Park. Beckley, the 11th seed, taking on number 6 Wheeling Park. They're playing tonight. They didn't want to play on Saturday, and like you had said earlier, most coaches want to keep routine, play Friday night, so Coach Surratt decided to go ahead and play Friday night. They went up earlier. They got a walkthrough at WVU's inside facility, and let's see if Beckley can, they haven't won a playoff game in over 20 years, and let's see if they can break that streak tonight.
Yeah, let's see if they can. That's a tough trip to make, but, it depends on what Beckley team shows up. If they show up with their mind right, they may have a chance to pull one off.
One of the local teams from Fayette County, Oak Hill, the number 12 seed, they'll be visiting George Washington tonight down at in Charleston at GW.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be, with injuries, a couple injuries late in the season for Oak Hill, that's going to be a tall task to go down GW to win. And GW doesn't want to look ahead, because if they win, they'll have a possible rematch of a regular season game with Jefferson.
Right. And, also in the same bracket, Huntington or Martinsburg's in the same bracket. So if you're Morgantown and you're fortunate enough to make it to the state championship, you may, if it works out that way, you don't have to play both of them. You only got to play one of them.
And that's key. And that's why sometimes, late in the year, you're trying to position yourself with the 2 heavyweights. You don't want to knock out, 2 heavyweights. You just try to handle your business and have to deal with one of them. One of them could come out a little banged up playing the other one.
And in Class AAA, Princeton was number 1 for most of the year, but they slid to number 2. So Hampshire will play Princeton. That'll be tomorrow. That's a long trip from Hampshire to Princeton. That's probably a 5.5, 6 hour trip.
Yeah, and that Princeton team, I really think they have their eyes set on getting back to the championship. And they'll be a tough out. I don't care who they play. They're explosive and can put some points on the board.
The Independence team makes their way out on the field right below us. Another intriguing matchup going on tonight between the number 9 in AAA Chapmanville at number 8 Greenbrier East.
Yeah, and that's one we had a chance to talk about on our podcast earlier in the week, is that if there was a team that maybe could go on the road and win, that it could be a winnable game for Chapmanville.
So Independence wearing their home navy blue, blue tops and blue pants with the white numbers and white helmet. We're waiting for Lincoln to make their way as they do. Lincoln kind of looks like Navy a little bit with the gold helmet all in white. I think that's a real clean look that the Cougars have of Lincoln.
Yeah, both teams really look good tonight. The playoff best on the Nightmares, and I'm anxious to get this one teed up and get it going.
One of the things, Eric, it seemed like there's a little switch. Teams that win the toss now, they used to defer. Now a lot of teams, they want the ball. If you're Independence, you have this high-powered offense. If they win the toss, you think Coach Lilly will say, look, we don't want to go on defense. We want the ball. You think they'll do that?
I think they would do that. They'll take it and try to ram it down Lincoln's throat and set the tone that way.
So, like I said, only the second meeting ever between the two teams. They played in the 2016 postseason up at Shinston at Lincoln, and Lincoln won that, as the captains will now meet at the center of the field for the toss of the coin. Like I said, a beautiful night, Eric, and like you said, on Monday and even Monday and Tuesday earlier in the week, it was really, really cold down in the 20s. Maybe it might have got to the teens one of those nights. And I looked at the weather because we thought we might have to be outside. We are fortunate enough we are inside, and it's a beautiful 52-degree night here at Coal City here in Independence.
Yeah. The weather really turned around, and I'm thankful for it. And, I hope all the way through the playoffs, because, all these teams deserve to play, not have weather affected, just let the kids decide it on the field.
And as I look at all the matchups, and I don't know because I haven't been to all these places, but I got to think 90% of these games will all be played on turf. Most of all these teams have turf now.
I would say so.
I know that Spring Valley has a home game against Elkins tomorrow. They don't have turf, but that's, like I said, it's very few. As there's the toss of the coin, or they'll actually haven't tossed it yet. I guess they're explaining things to the captains, and then they will toss the coin. And this is the number 4 and 13 matchup. So the teams in this bracket, the winner of this game tonight will take on the winner of the 5-12 matchup, which is Logan at Doddridge County, and that's being played tonight.
Yeah, and that Logan team is one that kind of stayed under the radar that you and I talked about a lot during the year, and we had a chance to get our eyes on Doddridge County, and I think that is a complete team as well.
So let's see. The coin toss was won by Lincoln, and they want the ball. So Lincoln will get the ball first, and they'll work left to right on your TV screen or your phone or whatever device you're getting the game from. And we're just about a minute and a half away from getting this opening round Class AA playoff game going. And, Eric, it's always different. It goes to another level when you get to the postseason.
Yeah, and let's see how the special teams for Independence plays this. There's one thing we talked about, we touched on in our opening segment, or a second segment, is Micah Cuthbert and how well he kicks the ball. I know for sure that I think he can put it in the end zone, but Independence, usually they don't choose to do that. They usually try to pooch it and play field position. And I think, man, more coaches, if you got a guy that can kick it, man, get you a touchback.
Yeah, well, kick it as far as you can. If you don't even kick in the end zone, just have lane integrity, stay in your lane, and try to get them at least inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and time after time, they usually give it up around the 35 or 40.
Yeah, Independence, and not just them. I've seen a lot of teams, like you said, they kind of pooch it, and they kind of like maybe not really intentionally have a side kick or onside kick, but that's what it looks like as teams start, across the 35 to the 40. And if you're going to give them the ball to 35, you might as well kick it out of bounds, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
All right, so Independence will be ready to tee it up. Cuthbert will tee it up, and let's see who will go back for Lincoln to receive the kick. And here on the near side, I see that looks like Edwards. And they've got 3 guys back. And we've got it teed up, and we're ready to get playoff action underway. You need 4 wins to be the state champion in each of the 4 classes. This is Class AA. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Alex Fink on camera, and Chris Farish, our stat man. All right, we're ready to go. It's teed up on the far side hash. I think everybody's ready. Eric, we're ready, and we're ready for playoff football.
Yeah, let's get it going.
A beautiful night here for the second Friday night of November. You couldn't ask for better weather. And here comes the kick. And they do kick it as deep as they can. It will be returnable from the near side across the 15. Good coverage by Independence, but they break a tackle, does Lincoln, and get out over the 25-yard line. And that return was by Colton Edwards, and that's where Lincoln will start, a little right there over the 25, or maybe right at the 25. First and 10 for Lincoln.
And a little slick move by Colton Edwards right there, because it looked like 2 defenders from Independence had him, and he was able to slip. Had he got a little momentum right there, it could have been a big gainer.
They'll put him right over the 25 at the 26-yard line. So that's where Lincoln will start, first and 10 on their own 26-yard line. A.J. Bart, like I said, he's thrown 28 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. They like to use a short passing game. They work from the shotgun. First play of the game, first and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
And the right tackle for Lincoln is going to have his hands full with Landon Riddle, who was really, as the first pass looks complete.
It is caught across the 40. That was a nice play. There's a penalty flag that comes in, and that's going to come back, a legal man downfield. But that was a nice catch. At his highest point, Colton Edwards went up and made the catch, but it'll be a penalty on Lincoln, and that will negate the first down. And that's one thing, Eric. If you're going to pull off an upset, you cannot have penalties, especially after it negates a big play like that.
Well, I wish we could run that replay again, because as fast as that ball was thrown, how can the lineman –
So the ball goes back to the 21 and make it first and 15. So first and 15 for Lincoln from their own 21-yard line after the penalty of a legal man downfield. Bart's got him spread out, waits on the shotgun snap.
And Maris, that's what you can't do. You're exactly right on the road. You can't leave Landon Riddle unblocked as well.
Here's a short pass, and that pass will get across the 25. That is caught by Jacob Bart. That's the quarterback's brother. So A.J. Bart, quarterback, to his brother Jacob Bart.
And that would get it back to the original line of scrimmage. And with this quick passing game, that's going to try to offset the defensive ends, the way they rush. And you said it. You talked to Coach, I guess,
Coach Hawkins, yes,
earlier in the week. And that's what you have to do. That can negate a pass rush if you can get it out and stay consistent.
Second and 11 from their own 25-yard line. First series of the game. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Bart puts a man in motion. Play clock now to 4. Going to have to get it off, and they do. Bart to throw. Throw short, got a man. It's caught across the 30s, big tight end. He'll be a little short of the first down. But if you're Lincoln, you'll take that little 3, 4, 5 yards at a clip. And hauling that in was the tight end, and that was Cade Riley with the connection who made the reception.
And great pass and great catch. And made it real manageable here. If you're Lincoln, you got to be happy with that. Getting it back after the 5-yard penalty and a chance to convert their first down.
So it's third down And looks like they need about 3 yards to pick it up. Got to get the ball across the 35 to keep the drive going. They have the ball on the 34-yard line. Here's a pass. It is caught. It's going to be a first down out to the 40. And making the reception is Jacob Bart. So they overcome the penalty, Eric, and they pick up a first down at the 40-yard line.
And I think that's huge and good mentally toughness from the quarterback. And you do have a senior with experience in A.J. Bart, and you can see he has full command of the offense and knows what the coaching staff wants out of him.
So 1st and 10 for Lincoln, and like I said, another thing I've noticed too, they're going deep in the play clock before they snap the ball. They think they have to have ball control, and they have a first down on their own 40-yard line. And there was some movement that maybe they got away with. Independence was pointing it out as we're to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap. It's going to be a sweep to the far side. Nice gain of about 3 or 4 yards, and that run goes to Rice, Connor Rice, and he'll get the ball out to the 43-yard line and pick up 3 on the play.
Yeah, and, I love, the shifting and the motion. You making Independence really play defense and keeping those linebackers. Yeah, the linebackers are really – you can't really just pin your ears and go back and come after the quarterback.
2nd and 7 from their own 43. Like I said, they've been running the play clock deep into it before they snap the ball. And it's going to be the same play, and they got a decent result for a couple out to the 45 and bring up a manageable 3rd and 5 is once again Rice on the carry.
And getting a little push, the offensive line, and I think that was one of the keys to this contest because Independence, when they're able to control the line of scrimmage defensively, man, it's just tough sledding, and they're picking up positive yards on these runs.
This will be a key. Can Lincoln, this is the money down. Can they keep the drive alive? Can they convert on 3rd and 5 here from their own
if not
45?
Anything, just for field position integrity to try to flip the field.
So here's a pass play across the middle. It's caught for a first down and more inside the 40 and down inside the 30, all the way down to the Independence 26-yard line on a big play on 3rd down, and a nice connection as that is Jacob Bart who makes the catch and picks up the Lincoln first down.
Boy, he put this ball right on the money as you look at this replay. Not a chance for the good coverage by Independence, but a better throw.
Here's a quarterback keeper from the Independence 26 that gets about a yard down to the Independence 25-yard line. That time they went really, really quick, maybe trying to catch Independence off balance.
Yeah, and one of those things where you may get a free, not in high school, they'll probably blow it dead, but get you a free 5 yards if you can catch them, Independence, shuffling people in and out.
So from the 25 of Independence, 2nd and 9. And now they're taking their time. Clock down at 15. They're in no hurry.
And based on this formation, you got one safety high, so it's man coverage on the outside here with Linksweiler covering the wideout for Lincoln.
Here's the snap. Bart rolls to the opposite side, throws a screen. It's caught by the tight end. Got a first down the sideline. Moore gets down inside the 5 and has a first down. That's a well-executed play as Riley able to haul it in, the 5'11", 205-pound senior, and it's 1st and goal for Lincoln at the 4-yard line.
Well, if Lincoln can cash in, you script your first 15 to 20 plays, and this is the master class in offensive football right now by Lincoln.
Yeah, this is play number 9 for Lincoln. They have a 1st and goal at the Independence 4. From the shotgun, Bart waits on the snap, letting the clock run down, 15 on the play clock, and no hurry to snap it. Like I said, if they're able to score off of this is exactly how you draw it up. Now 8 on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle now. They're down to 3 on the play clock. And they snap it, or no, they call it, nope, flag. That play looked like it was going to be disastrous. That's a false start. And it looks like because they let the clock get too deep, Eric.
Yeah, that time they were their own worst enemy on the thing. But I know they don't run a lot, so I don't think this hurts them offensively as much as you think because they run a lot of short routes. Right. So maybe they'll try a quick slant or something like that. But you're right. It was doomed from the start.
Or maybe throw it in the flat. Like I said, they're really, like you said, they don't run a lot. They really live on the short passing game, and that's what's got them down the field. They had a couple runs, but basically it's been the passing game. So they'll back it up to the 9-yard line, and it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, look for Independence to really heat up, the gap, A and B gaps. They're going to come probably straight up the gut here.
And Bart waits on the shotgun snap. With 15 on the play clock, they'll roll the pocket to the near side. Bart looks. Now he's in trouble. Now he takes the ball back to the far side. He's going to get hit. The ball is out, and Lincoln's on it as he got hit from behind. But Lincoln, fortunately for them, they get on it and back across the 15 all the way to the 16-yard line.
And Independence was able, with pressure, to blow this play up. And Lincoln's fortunate right here, laid it on the turf. They suffered a loss, but they possessed the football.
So they'll put the ball back to the 16. So they had a 1st and goal at the 4 and a penalty and now a sack and a fumble. They're able to get on it, but now they're all the way back to the 16 on 2nd and goal from the Patriots 16-yard line. Bart waits on the shotgun snap. We're under 10 on the play clock. Independence brings pressure. They force Bart out of the pocket. He throws short and it's high, and the pressure, I think, caused that timing to be off on that throw.
Yeah, and right now, as good as the offensive calls had been, once you get the penalty and you get the almost turnover, and you talked about the field goal kicker, and this should be right about in his range. Do you try to take the points here?
Well, it's 3rd down. Actually, or is it 4th down? It should be 3rd.
Okay.
It is 3rd down. Well, because the penalty, it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that's what had me confused because I saw the 4th on the 6th.
The down marker over there flipped it to 4th, but it's actually 3rd. And I've got a drive sheet here. This is the 11th play of the drive, 3rd and goal from the Independence 16-yard line. Independence looks like they're dialing up heat. They bring the pressure. Bart throws to the sideline. It's caught. And the receiver is put down right there inside the 10. And now it'll be decision time for Lincoln on 4th down. Will they send out the field goal? They probably will, and that's what they're going to do because their coach told me they got a good kicker.
Yeah, you take points, especially on the road. And
so the ball's put down right there inside the 10 at the 9.
11, the 9-yard line.
So they'll put the ball down at the 16, make this a 26-yard field goal attempt. And they've taken up almost actually half of the quarter as we're coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the opening quarter.
So I thought we was going to see the old school straightaway kicker there, Maris.
Yeah, for a minute. So this will be a 26-yard attempt. It's a low snap. The hold's up. The kick, boy, he's got a big leg, and it is good.
Wow. Hey, the quarterback, you can tell the hands team was on that because that was a disastrous snap, and the quarterback got it down. And you're right. That ball
plenty of leg.
His foot.
So your new score with 5:50 remaining in the first quarter is a Lincoln 3. Independence coming to bat, and we'll have it on the flip side here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Opening round of the Class AA playoffs as the playoffs open up around the great state of West Virginia tonight in all 4 classes. Number 13, Lincoln on that drive, Eric, take a 3-0 lead, a 26-yard field goal. That was a 12-play drive, and Lincoln able to take more than half the time off the first quarter and get points.
And right again, you're in my head because the best defense right there was the offense maintaining possession for most of the quarter.
Here's an onside kick. It takes a big hop. The ball is still free. It's still floating around there, and Independence is going to get on it. But that's really a good play because even if Independence has it, it's still back inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and a great recovery right there by Independence. I didn't see who was that got on the ball because Lincoln had a chance to get in this one as we see the replay here because it pinged off an up back. And, yeah, for Independence fortunate to scrimmage, from the 29-yard line instead of Lincoln having the ball.
So it'll be Brock Green, quarterback. We said Green threw for 2,497 yards, 25 touchdowns, 5 picks on the year. And look at this formation. They've got 4 receivers to the top of your screen. They'll go empty with Green, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
And Nelson's in the backfield. In the slot.
And that's who they gets the ball to. And Nelson fumbles the ball.
Ball's
It's
on
out.
the ground.
And Independence is going to recover it as Nelson took a hit as he got the ball across the 30. Independence does recover it, and it picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Oh, sorry about that. Right here on the replay, as you can see, as I knocked the producer out, great tackle and in space. And I think the ground caused the fumble, it looked like, but it was bang, bang.
From the 33-yard line, they pass the ball out here in the flat. There's the catch. Across the 40 down the near sideline. It's a big gainer for Independence. One man to beat, and the receivers ran out of bounds.
KJ Vyers.
And Vyers with the reception, who you talked about, Eric, could be maybe the best receiver the Independence has had as he steps up big, as he had 852 yards in receiving yards and 7 touchdowns this season. A big play all the way to the Lincoln 21-yard line.
Yeah, and Vyers does a great job. Once he gets the ball, he has a nose for first downs and touchdowns.
They go quick. They throw the ball to the far side, and it's incomplete. And that time looked like Cuppert wanted to run before he caught it, and the ball goes to the turf, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Independence at the Lincoln 21.
Yeah, I think Cuthbert got a little excited. He said, I'm going to show what I can do. Not only can I kick, let me get some of this offensive shine here.
So Independence going quick. Green takes the snap, throws near side, got a man out there. Linksweiler, touchdown. A beautiful play, as a beautiful touchdown pass by Brock Green as he dropped that ball right in the bucket. And Christian Linksweiler, that's his 11th reception for a touchdown this season. Independence, just like that, Eric, got the lead 6-3.
Just real quick, easy pitch and catch here, no pressure. Just dropped it right in the bucket.
So that's a 4-play, 71-yard drive. Of course, the big play was set up with that long pass and run by K.J. Vyers, and then it is Linksweiler that hauls in the touchdown from 21 yards out. Cuppert trying to tack on the extra point. Kick is up, looks good, and it is good. So with 5:01 remaining here in the first quarter, wow, if you blinked, you missed that, as Independence now takes a 7-3 lead.
There's a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. We'll take a quick break, and we'll figure that out on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
Back here at Independence High School in Coal City, West Virginia, Independence only needed 4 plays to go 71 yards. They got a 21-yard touchdown pass from Brock Green to Christian Linksweiler. Cuppert added on the PAT. The penalty before we went to break, Eric, it was a 5-yard penalty against Lincoln, so they'll move the ball from the 40 to the 45, and that's where Independence will kick off, leading in the ball game 7-3.
Yeah, and you had a chance to talk to Coach Rob Hawkins early in the week, and his assessment was not giving up the big play, and 4 plays and a scoring drive is giving up many big plays, so they'll have to really solidify that if they want to hang in this contest.
Yeah, over these last 4 or 5 years that you and I have been doing video productions, and Independence has been on this run, they've made at least the semifinals each of the last 4 years, and they've got a state championship and a runner-up in there. The big thing is limited the big play. Here comes the ensuing kickoff, and this might go to the end zone, and it will. That'll be a touchback. This Cuppert got a lot of leg into that. As it goes out of the back of the end zone, the ball will come out to the 20-yard line.
Cougars from their own 20-yard line.
So Lincoln will have it for the second time, have the ball on their own 20. They had a 12-play drive that ended in a field goal the previous time they had the ball. That's why we have a 7-3 score here with 5:01 left in the quarter. We got some scores.
Yeah, and we'll go over some local Southern West Virginia teams here. Greenbrier East hosting Chapmanville. Chapmanville's up 7-6 in the first quarter here, and Beckley on the road at Wheeling, tied at 7 in the first quarter.
By the way, that Greenbrier East game is also on Video Productions, but if you're watching us, you don't want to go watch that one because we got a nice game here right now. 1st and 10 for Lincoln on their own 20-yard line. Bart out of the shotgun takes the snap, Independence brings heat. They throw the ball in the flat. It's caught by Rice. He's got some running room. He spins across the 25 and gets almost a first down. He picked up about 8 or 9. That was a really good play on first down for Lincoln.
Yeah, and he broke a few tackles and maybe moved the chains.
Yeah, I think he's a little short. Yeah, or maybe, well, maybe they are moving the chains.
Well, it looked like a first down to me. I don't know if his knee was down, but if it's not, it's right. Yes, they're moving the sticks.
Yeah, I was going to say it is a first down because they put the ball right at the 30. They scrimmaged from the 20, so that had to be a first down, and it is. So 1st and 10, here's a running play. We didn't see much of that in the first half, but that's a nice gain. Gets out to the 33, maybe the 34 on that running play.
Yeah, and that's what the third running play of the contest of the contest because Independence threw all four plays.
Yeah, that's a 4-yard gain, and that's if you're Lincoln, you've got to at least get three yards on first down. So it'll be 2nd and 6 from their own 34. Bart, long count, 18 on the play clock. And like I said, if you're Lincoln, they feel they've got to shrink the game, Eric, to really have a shot.
Yeah, they're being a real deliberate, and it's probably on purpose because when your defense, as you said, the last 2 games giving up 50-plus points, you got to figure out a way.
Here's Bart. He's got time. He sets up. He's going deep. Got a man out there, and he missed him. He had a man open, and the man open was Brody Barnes. That he was behind the Independence defender, behind Linksweiler, and Bart not able to get him the ball.
And I hope our camera can track this. I don't think he saw the ball until it was right on him. This was a perfect throw. And as you can see, he didn't see the ball. The ball got on him. Maybe the lights, maybe the Friday night lights got him. That was a perfect pass.
I don't know if he would have scored, but that would have been a huge play if they'd have made the connection.
That was a good play call. Great blocking up front for Lincoln right there.
So now 3rd and 6. Clock stopped with 3:50 remaining opening quarter. A.J. Bart out of the shotgun from their own 34-yard line. Takes the snap, throws, make the connection. It will not be a first down, or will it?
Well,
nope, I don't think so.
And that's on the receiver right there.
Yeah,
because the receiver ran a good route, got past the sticks, came back to the ball, but instead of turning it up and getting the first down, if we can see here on the replay, if he just turns it up and maybe dives, he can get the first down. And let's see what they do here.
Yeah, if you're Lincoln, if you're going to stay in the game, you got to connect. You got to convert this. You can't give the ball to Independence inside the 40.
And if you're Independence, you have to be disciplined because Lincoln could have a hard count here and try to draw Independence off sides.
There's 12 on the play clock. Here comes the blitz, the throw, the connection, first down, great play, and it'll move the sticks. And if you're Lincoln, you got to have that. Once again, the tight end, Cade Riley, able to haul it in across the 45 and a first down for Lincoln.
And I hate to keep saying it, but A.J. Bart, you can tell he's a seasoned senior because he's unflappable in the pocket. He's running this offense with precision.
They'll throw it out in the flat. They make the connection, cross midfield, and a nice gain on first down. And making the catch was Edwards, and they'll get the ball to the Independence 49-yard line. So right now, Lincoln's got a little bit of mojo, a little bit of rhythm going for him.
Yeah, and Independence hasn't disrupted this offense like they usually do.
And what you want to do is, we talked about shrink the game, limit the possessions, and we're under the 3-minute mark remaining here in this opening quarter of this first-round playoff game here at Coal City, West Virginia tonight. 2nd down from the Independence 49. And got 6 on the play clock. Independence brings pressure. Bart will keep it, go up the middle, and he'll get no gain as Independence defends that really well.
Yeah, but I noticed something on that play, Marison, and I'm going to see if you saw it. Bart, the quarterback knows where everybody needs to be because they were going to have too many men on the line of scrimmage right there.
Right.
And he was able to get the outside receiver back off the ball.
Brings another big 3rd down play, 3rd and 6 again, just across midfield into Independence territory.
Well, Independence has to know this is 2-down territory. If you go, they're right at midfield and went to it on the minus side of the field.
Yeah, unless there's a loss, unless there's a big sack, you're right. They've got 2 downs to pick it up. 8 on the play clock, and I don't know if they'll take a timeout. They're getting the clock down to 4. And are they going to get it off? They just do. Bart takes the snap, throws down the seam, and it's broken up at the last minute. He had a receiver right there in Jacob Bart, and Independence able to break the pass up, the defense by the Patriots, and bring up 4th down.
And once again, that ball was put on the money. He is really putting it where the receivers need it. You just got to make a play. You're going to take a hit right there, but it was put where it needs to be.
This is the 9th play of this drive. They had a 12-play drive the last time they had the ball, which ended in a field goal and a huge 4th and 6. They converted the last time on 4th and 6. They got another 4th and 6 here from the Independence 49-yard line.
Look for old reliable 38, the tight end.
Here comes the snap. They got him out in the flat, and it is caught for a first down inside the 40. And that beautiful catch that time by Jacob Bart. So brother to brother, A.J. to Jacob, and the Bart.
Hey, the Bart connection and Maris. He went back to his brother after he dropped the 3rd down completion. So I guess he said, you better catch this one.
And he does. And they needed 6. They get 9 to the Independence 40. They keep the drive alive. They've converted twice on 4th down on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Patriot 40. So we're coming up on 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. It'll be a running play up the gut, running play over to Connor Rice, and they'll move the pile for a yard or two. That's about it. But, Eric, you've got to like so far as they get the ball to the 38. The last drive, as I mentioned, was 12 plays, which they got a field goal out of. This is the 12th play of this drive. This will be the 24th play here in the first quarter that Lincoln has ran.
Yeah, and that is what you need to do. I mean, I know you're behind. You're trailing 7-3, but you're also shortening the game by maintaining possession. And if you can go down and get 7, hey, you're playing the game. You're playing chess. Not checkers with Independence.
Yeah, and you're putting pressure on that Independence offense to have to score because the defense, at least to this point, has not been able to stop them. So from the 38, here's a shotgun pass. Pressure comes, and there's a big sack. And if you're Independence, that's what you're looking for. They get the sack back across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and the Patriot defense steps up big.
And that was Isaiah Connolly right there, who came in with the sack, the 6'3", 210-pound junior. Applies a much-needed pressure on the quarterback, Mr. A.J. Bart, for Lincoln.
And that's the final play of the first quarter. At the end of one, which is a very exciting quarter here in this opening round of this Class AA playoff game. It's Independence 7, Lincoln 3. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Giovanni's Pizza. That's where we had our pregame meal. Mamma mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. It's located right before you get to the stadium here at Coal City, West Virginia, there at Leicester Square and Sophia. And also they have a location at Glen Daniel down near Liberty High School. All right, going to the second quarter, and it'll be a third down play coming up for Lincoln as Independence leads 7-3. And as we mentioned, Eric, Independence only has ran 4 plays for their touchdown drive. This will be the 25th play that Lincoln has ran in this game.
Yeah, but a big sack right there to put Lincoln. This is their first, time out of all those, 24 plays, other than the penalty yardage being really behind the chains. So look for them to try to pick up 7 to 8 yards here.
Yeah, they need 15 to keep the drive alive, and I'm with you. I think they would go try to pick up half here, maybe half on 4th down. Bart in the pocket, throws, got a man, it's caught. That's his brother. He's inside the 30, and he's got a first down. How about that? Bart to Bart again, and they connected the last time on 4th down, and they connect for a first down here on 3rd and long, and the ball goes down inside the 30 to the Independence 28-yard line.
Yeah, and another dart by Bart. Now, you like that play on words right there, Maris.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, this young man is very impressive. Doesn't look like he's
calm in the pocket. Yes, yeah. Very poised.
Unflappable.
Yes, very, very poised in the pocket. And he threw a strike, or I could say, as you mentioned, threw a dart to his brother Bart.
He did.
Bart to Bart.
How many times have they done that in the backyard right there?
So here's a first down run. And that gets about a yard maybe as they hand the ball to Connor Rice. While we got a minute, Eric, you got some updates on other playoff action around the state?
Yeah, playoff action, and since we're covering Double A, let's go to the Double A ranks as number 1 Frankfort up 13-0 hosting Williamstown. Philip Barber hosting South Harrison. That's a 14 versus 3 matchup. And Philip Barber up 7-0 in the first quarter.
And did you tell me Beckley went ahead 14-7 in 4A?
Yeah, in the 4A ranks. Morgantown's up 20-0 over Buchanan Upshur.
So here's 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line of Independence. Here's Bart throwing the ball deep, got a man out there, and he overthrew him. That's going to be a penalty
that's big time
as
penalty.
The flags come out because it was going to be a touchdown had the Independence defender not held the receiver. And the defender that time, that looked like that was Conley.
Yeah, Connolly right there. You had a linebacker covering maybe a slot receiver right there. And good numbers, good matchup. But I bet Independence appreciates that penalty because that would have been a touchdown.
Yes, and now you just give up the 15 yards rather than the touchdown. So that'll be a first down as they'll mark it off if that's a obvious pass interference. I know the people on the home side don't like it. They never like it when you throw a flag on their team. But
do they ever?
Clearly, right, let's say they never do.
You know
clearly
what?
a penalty.
Hey, they would not be fans if they say,
That's
yeah,
right.
you got that one right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they'll take the ball down to the 18-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Lincoln. This will be the 15th play, actually the 14th play of this drive. So far, if you're Coach Hawkins, you got to like what you're seeing here, and what you've scripted out all week is working so far.
And that's what you love about playoff football, man. On any given night, and these guys want to play next week, and they've come to play.
They'll roll the pocket with Bart. He's looking downfield, throws. They make the connection right at the marker, and he might have been shoved out a little before he got there, but still a nice connection over on the far side. And let's see who was that caught that.
And great, yes, Bart. That was his little brother.
Again.
And if we can see this, what a great pivot route as he pivots. The ball is right out of the break, on the money. And they are clicking on all cylinders right here in this first half.
Yeah, they'll put the ball down at the 9-yard line, make it 2nd and 1 from the Independence 9-yard line. Trying to regain the lead. They led with a field goal on their first possession. Independence scored quickly, take the 7-3 lead, and Lincoln trying to regain the lead. Bart throws, got a man out there, got his tight end, and he trying to get his way to the end zone, and they're going to stack him up. He's not going to get there, but once again, a nice play. Cade Riley, he's a load to bring down.
Yeah, and that's one of those, when the forward progress is stopped, whistle needs to come a little quicker because you get some extracurricular activity. You got 5 guys on one, but way to hold on to the ball if you're Lincoln. But this is where the yards for passing offense gets a lot tougher.
1st and goal at the 3 for Lincoln. This has been a long, sustaining drive. There's a running play down near the goal line, and don't think the running back is in, as that's Rice with the carry, and he'll get the ball maybe to the
looks like the 1 by the mark.
This will be the 17th play of the drive. The ball will be put down at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal. Turn around, keeper. Trying to get up inside, just know where to go. And Independence, they did a good job as they read that. And the whistle had already blown.
Yeah,
and this is going to go against Independence. This is going to be a first down.
That is definitely
a penalty.
Half the distance, first down. You just can't do that.
You can't. Because the whistle, I could hear the whistle up here. The whistle blew.
Well, for one, even without the whistle, Maris, you can't pick someone up and slam.
No, and you can see the replay, and that's the right call. That's going to be a personal foul on Independence, and that'll be a new package of downs and a 1st and goal. There's the call. 1st and goal for Lincoln at the 1-yard line. That'll move the ball to the 1. And, that's another thing, too, Eric. Actually, it's not even going to be a first down.
No, it's not.
Crazy. No, it's not. Yep. It's still 2nd down.
Still 2nd down.
And to me, that's crazy with the high school rules. Because, in my opinion, nobody asked me, but I think all personal fouls should carry an automatic first down.
We talk about that all the time.
All the time.
On any other level, it's a first down.
Yeah. I mean, you give them an extra down to be able to, the down over, they move it up as they run the ball in, and now what do we got? They blew the play dead. Lincoln scored the touchdown, but I don't think it's going to count. I think they blew the play dead before it started. I don't see a flag. Maybe Lincoln called a timeout. Their coach was out on the field. But whatever it was, Lincoln actually pushed the ball into the end zone, and I guess they're going to say no play and redo.
No play.
And now we'll roll the clock. They can't. They've got to reset the play clock, and now they do. So I'm not sure about that. That should have been a Lincoln touchdown. It looked like the ball's back to the 2-yard line, Eric.
Yeah, it looked like they lost. Looked like
they run the ball, and I guess is he in? Can't tell. They're trying to push him in. I don't think he's across the goal line. And he gets to the 1-yard line, does Connor Rice. It's going to be 3rd and goal from right at the 1-yard line.
Well, I know Lincoln's coaching staff may be hopping mad on that one because you get no explanation on why the play was blown dead on a touchdown. And
yeah, I don't get it. This will be the 30th play of this first half that Lincoln has ran. This is the 18th play of the drive that started back on their own 20-yard line. So they got 2 downs to make a yard. And Bart, let's see, he'll work up under center. Let's see if they'll just try to, no, now he'll go back to the shotgun. See if they'll try to push him in from the 1-yard line. And I think it's going to be tough sledding to run up the middle. Bart takes the snap. He's actually going to throw it. The pressure comes. He throws it short, and it's caught for the touchdown. So after all that, Lincoln able to get the touchdown. There are no flags, and the touchdown goes to his brother Jacob Bart, and a beautiful 18-play, 80-yard drive, and Lincoln has regained the lead.
And I said it earlier in the first quarter, this Lincoln offense they're playing chess out there against this defense of Independence, and Independence is stout up the middle against the run, but is that not faith in your quarterback?
Yes.
Shotgun, 1-yard line. It kind of reminds me of the play when the Seattle tried to throw the ball against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but they had a little more success.
And the kicker is Cade Riley, the big tight end, and he bangs this through, and we saw the leg he has. So your new score with 8:27 remaining in the first half, Lincoln has regained the lead. They lead Independence 10-7. We'll take a break here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School. A little bit of a shocker right now, Eric. 10-7 the lead for Lincoln. Lincoln has ran 30 plays, a 12-play drive and an 18-play drive. That last 18-play drive covered 80 yards when they get the touchdown. Independence has only ran 4 plays, and they do have a touchdown, but it's 10-7. But it's amazing how Lincoln has really been able to control the time of possession and really control it with their offense.
Yeah, and now let's see if they can do anything defensively as they get them a good little pooch here, but you got to cover it. Maintain your lane. And
Bradbury, as he'll get the ball across the 30,
37?
out to the 35. Yep, over the 35. And let's see where they put him down at as he's ran out of bounds on the far side.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Right at the 35.
Right at the 35-yard line. So there's where Independence will get it for the second time. The last time they had the ball, didn't take them long, Eric. Only 4 plays to go, 71 yards. And they got in the end zone. Of course, they got the big play, the big pass play to Vires that set up the touchdown pass from Brock Green to Linksweiler.
And you stated it in the first drive by Lincoln. You don't want to, if you're Independence, sure, it's 10-7, but do you think they press offensively?
Yeah, you don't want to be under pressure. Right. Just stick to your offense.
I think right now you're going to get a little bit of Nelson because he's got to get back in the groove of things too.
And as soon as you say that, that's exactly what they do. You must have called that play. There's a huge 9-yard gain as Silas Nelson goes right up the gut, and he picks up 9 out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and the home side of this stadium really love to see Nelson because they've been missing him. As Independence goes fast.
They'll throw it short. Vires makes the catch. He has a first down. He spins. He's across midfield, and he lunges forward, and he gets the ball down to the 48-yard line of Lincoln. We got a flag on the far sideline, though, Eric.
Yeah.
Way away from the play.
And where it comes from, I don't understand what the flag was unless it was a legal offensive alignment.
Well, unless you had a hold or a face mask or something, we'll wait and see what the call is going to be. Looks like it's going to be against Lincoln. From
illegal substitution?
Yeah, or maybe a silent. Yeah. Nevertheless, they'll take the result of the play, which is a first down for Independence, and they'll put the ball down at they'll mark it off, I guess, at the end of the run. They'll mark the 5 yards off the end of the run, take the ball down inside the 45, and get the ball to the Lincoln 44-yard line. So it'll be first down, and now what do we got? They're blowing it dead. The ball's at the 44 of Lincoln. We've got 7:54 left in the half, and Lincoln in front 10-7. And let's see what the officials are going to do here, Eric. So there's a discussion. Well, we've got a discussion, see if you got some more scores going on in this.
Get some updates. Let's go to the AA ranks and see what we have going here. Because everyone on this part of the state would be wanting to know what was we see right here. Greenbrier East up 18-14 on Chapmanville. Look like they're in the red zone trying to score again.
Yeah, now whatever they've done, Eric, they moved the ball from the 44 back across. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Okay, for second quarter score, number 1 Frankfort hosting Williamstown, and it's 28-0. Frankfort, they're handling business. Philip Barber up 14-0 on South Harrison. Doddridge is up 20-0 hosting Logan in the first quarter.
So they don't tack it on to the end of the run like they do in pros. They just bring the ball back to the 49 and they take the result of the play, which is a first down. So Independence from the 49. They throw the ball out in the flat. There's the catch by Byers. He turns it up. He's down the far sideline. He's got a first down. And they push him out of bounds. Let's see where they push him out at. Down near the 30-yard line. They push him out about the 32, and another first down for Independence.
And once again, if you're Lincoln, you can't take bad tackling angles against Byers because he's a touchdown waiting to happen. I'll say it. I've said it all year. The freshman's going to do big things here at Independence.
They put him down at the 31. That's an 18-yard completion. Here's Silas Nelson as he gets big, tough yards right up the gut.
Hey, the ball came out, and Lincoln said they had it. But I think it was down after he hit the ground.
They pushed the pile down inside the 25 all the way to the 24-yard line. It'll be second down. 2nd and 3. Here's another heavy dose of Silas Nelson. They spin him around down inside the 10, and just like that, it's a 1st and goal for Independence at the 9-yard line.
Nelson still doesn't have the burst that he had pre-injury, but you definitely need him rolling. And this offense is much better with him on the ground.
So from the 9-yard line, 1st and goal, they give it to him again. Nelson right up the middle, touchdown, Independence. So just like that, and Eric, as the game grows longer, it looks like, Lincoln works hard and they grind, and they had a 12-play drive and 18-play, and Independence able to go right down the field like that. It's like it's going to be hard to sustain what Lincoln's doing as Independence has now regained the lead.
Yeah, but on the flip side, though, they've picked up 2 fourth downs, but Lincoln's offense is pretty much done what they wanted to with the Independence defense.
Yeah, that was a 6-play, 65-yard drive as Silas Nelson has a 9-yard touchdown run. Covered trying to tack on the PAT. The kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. With 6:59 remaining in the half, your new score, Independence now back in front. It's Independence 14, Lincoln 10. Man, we've got a good game here in this opening round Class AA playoff game. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back here to Coal City, West Virginia. here at Independence High School. We got a good one, and, you know, that's the thing about playoff football. You know, you look at Lincoln. They came in at 4-6. They'd given up over 50 points in each of their last 2 games, but you wouldn't know it by what's happened so far out on the field, as they have really mastered their offense well. And right before we went to break, Eric, there was a penalty that was on Lincoln, and that will allow Independence to kick off from the 45. That's a 15-yard personal foul.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Independence will elect maybe to try an onside kick here.
Yeah, I think Independence may just try to get a big hop right here and get this onside kick.
So Cupper's got it teed up. Looks like they're going to onside kick it. He looks like he's offsides a minute.
Yeah,
like he's across the 40.
Is he not offsides?
He looks like he is as he kicks it off. He was definitely across the 40 when he kicked it, and that is unsuccessful. But you got to try it. Is right there is Cade Helfin able to recover the onside kick, and Lincoln will have it for the 3rd time.
And this Lincoln offense has been able to really grind it out. As you said, it seems like they're grinding it out, but I think the game plan is to keep the ball, you know, as much as they can with right at 7 minutes to go, 6:59 in the second quarter. Lincoln's probably wanting to at least string another long drive together here.
Yeah, I mean, the first drive was 12 plays. They got a field goal out of it. The touchdown drive covered 80 yards in 18 plays. They got they put them up 10-7. Just like that, Independence has scored on both of their possessions. So each team has scored each time they've had the ball. Independence with 2 touchdowns, Lincoln with a field goal and a touchdown, and that's why we have it 14-10, and now we have a timeout.
I think it's going to be a timeout, yeah.
And while we got a minute, tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown in Shady Spring is the local State Farm agent. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. The website is exitelevationwv.com. Also, the action tonight brought to you by Edward Jones. Heather Cantley is the Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours as well. Her new location is at Harper Road in Beckley. You can contact Heather at 681-254-0097. And the action tonight brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of high school sports. 304-252-2917. Eric, before we get back to play, have you got some updates on some scores?
Yeah, we'll go in the 4A ranks. Morgantown handling business at home against Buchanan Upshur 27-0. And Beckley on the road at Willing Park Beckley's leading 14-7 in the second quarter.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln on their own 32. The 3rd time they've had the ball. Like I said, they've scored the 2 previous times. A 12-play drive that resulted in a field goal and an 18-play, 80-yard touchdown drive the last time they had it. Here's a pitch to the far side, and that's good play by Independence. That'll go for a loss as the running back, Connor Rice, took a big hit. And he did. He's getting up slow as they'll put the ball down at the 31-yard line, a loss of 1. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 coming up for Lincoln. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Doddridge-Logan game. And right now, Eric, you said Doddridge was in control of that game. Here's Bart waiting on the shotgun snap. Takes it. Pressure comes. He up in his face, and he delivers a strike out to the 40-yard line.
This quarterback is unreal. There's a flag on the play?
There is. Is there? There may be one. It was Bart to Bart. It was A.J. Bart throwing a strike to younger brother Jacob Bart. He makes the catch at the 40, and we may have a flag. I still don't see the flag, the penalty marker. Do you?
Well,
do you see it?
Yes. They may call interference, maybe.
And that's exactly, they called interference, but they made the catch. So, and now I'm not sure if they'll tack 15 on from the, actually what they'll do is they'll go back to the line of scrimmage and mark off 15 yards. And it'll be a 1st down because they needed 11. So the ball will come out to the 46-yard line is where it should be. That's 15 yards from where the line of scrimmage was. And that's where they'll put it down at, to the 46-yard line, and a new package down and a 1st down. So on the penalty, that's the 2nd pass interference on the night for Independence. And that'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln on their own 46-yard line. Opening round of the playoffs. It's all 4 classes, the majority of the games tonight. There's a handful of games tomorrow. Bart takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes, and down he goes. A big sack, and, I think that's something the Independence is going to adjust to, Eric. I think they feel they've got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, and if not, they're going to get picked apart, and that's what you have to do. You have to help these DBs out because Bart has really been picking them apart, and the best way to keep them from doing that is with sacks and flushing them out of the pocket.
Loss goes back inside the 40 to the 38, and it'll bring up second down. They've got to get the ball inside the Independence 45, so second long coming up here for Lincoln. Out of the shotgun as we're approaching the 5-minute mark of the half, and that play's going nowhere, and it'll be third and long.
And back-to-back big plays from the defensive line of Independence.
We haven't had a punt yet, and of course, Lincoln's able to pick up a couple of third downs and a couple of fourth downs in this game, but this is a big one right here.
Yeah, Alex Blankenship, Maris, from the interior of the line, has really wreaked havoc this series for Independence on defense.
Yeah, they're going to need 18 yards to keep this drive alive on third down.
18 yards or pass interference.
Well, pass interference would get them 15, and it still wouldn't be a first down. On third down, here's the snap. The pressure comes. Stepping up in the pocket down the middle, and I thought it was going to be caught for a minute. Thought it was going to be intercepted, and then I thought it was going to be caught as Byers had it, and he couldn't hang on to it. And then I thought on the deflection here, I thought it was going to be caught by Lincoln. Watch it right here, right there. I thought the Lincoln receiver was going to haul it in.
Yeah, it kind of went behind the Lincoln receiver.
And now we'll have our first punt of the game. As it's fourth down, and Lincoln will have to punt, and it'll be Bradbury on the far side, Linksweiler here on the near side, waiting on the punt. Clock stops with 4:29 left in the half, and Independence leading 14-10. Halftime, we will recap this first half in the Direct Choice Halftime Show, and that's a beautiful play as Linksweiler hauls it in at the 30, and he's hit immediately. Good coverage that time by Lincoln.
30-yard line, first and 10, Patriots.
So Independence will take over. They've scored each of their 2 previous times, a 4-play 71-yard drive and a 6-play 65-yard drive, and they'll have it first and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
Number 5, Doddridge, 26, Logan 7.
So the winner of this game gets the winner of the Doddridge-Logan game, and right now Doddridge is in front 26-7. First and 10 for Independence on their own 30. They'll hand the ball to Nelson, and he'll get about 3, maybe 4. Let's see where they put him down. Alex, he'll get maybe to the 34-yard line, and they'll give him 4 on the play.
Second and 7, ball at the 33.
So it'll be a second down play. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Independence has all 3 of their timeouts. They'll throw the ball in the flat. It's caught. Byers makes the catch, and he's trying to get away, and it's really good defense that time over on the far side by Lincoln.
Yeah, and that time Lincoln didn't allow Byers to. They didn't allow him to make a miss. They really maintained good tackling lanes, because if you miss that tackle, that's going for 6.
Yeah, Byers tried to get to the edge, and it's no gain on the play. Brings up third down and 6, and this is huge if you're Lincoln, if you can get off the field here with a stop.
Yeah, and if you're Independence, you have man coverage out here on Linksweiler. No safety in the middle of the field, so I would go deep.
And they're going that way. Green finds Linksweiler, and it's a first down, and that was an easy pitch and catch as you called, Eric. And I think you've done this a time or two, right? Is Linksweiler able to haul in that catch and move the chains for Independence? Yeah, you were all over that, Mr. Offensive Coordinator.
First down, Patriots.
And they'll get to the 45 with an 11-yard connection, first down. They'll run the ball here, and, boy, good hard hit at the line, but still what you like about Silas Nelson, able to fall forward, though.
And that's what he does. There's never any negative gains when he's carrying the ball. Even when he's met, he's going to get that extra yard or lean. He moves the pile.
They'll give him 3 yards out to the 48-yard line. And like I said, Independence doesn't really have to be in any hurry. We're coming up on 3:20. I don't know why the clock stopped. I don't know why it stopped there. It's stopped at 3:20. Now it's running.
I think the ref may have stopped it because of equipment.
Equipment.
Yeah.
And like I said, they got all 3 timeouts, so they don't have to be in any hurry as Green takes the shotgun snap. Got one man-on-man coverage. Linksweiler's got him beat, and he hauls it in with a huge catch, and he breaks a tackle, and he's out of bounds right there at the 11-yard line. A beautiful thrown ball as Green drops it in the bucket, and Linksweiler able to haul it in.
Yeah, another easy pitch and catch, and this is danger zone for Lincoln because this is the part of the game where it's under the 4-minute mark and the last, the middle 8, last 4 minutes of the second quarter and first 4 minutes of the third. And Independence, if they can punch it in here, they'll get the second half kickoff.
Yes, Nelson takes the carry, gets the ball down inside the 10.
He comes up a little hobbled, though.
To the 9. Independence has scored each time they've had the ball, only their third possession. And they're trying to tack on another score. We got a new player into the ball game. He'll get the carry, and Lincoln ready for that. And the new carry is Paxton Myers.
Yeah.
Paxton Myers was a quarterback on the middle school team last year.
Another promising freshman. And, I was thinking driving over to this contest, with Vyers and Myers and all those young men that came up, they other than the Princeton loss, they haven't lost a game in, 4 years?
Yeah. They've been really good here at home. Like I said, in 5 years, they've only got one home loss, and that was to Princeton last year in the regular season. It's third down. Green takes the snap, looks to throw, throws a slant. It's caught, and that looks like it's that Bradbury, I think, that makes the catch. He does, and it brings up fourth down. Now, will they go for it, Eric, or will they bring in the field goal team?
You have a kicker that's pretty much automatic. I would take the 3 because you get the ball to start the second half.
They can get a first down without a touchdown. The ball is put down at the 8. They can get a first down by getting the ball to the 2-yard line or the 1-yard line. And it looks like they're going to keep their offense out there. They may want to take a timeout and talk about it.
I would kick. I would take the 3.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. And I think that's a good timeout here. But I think if you call the timeout, Eric,
you're going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to kick a field goal if you take the timeout.
Right. But I actually, I'm no means a coach, no way a coach. But you have a great kicker, not a good kicker, great kicker. And I know you want to punch in 7, but take the 3. You get the ball to start the second half.
Right. But I'm sure what's going through Coach Lilly's mind is, look, if we get a touchdown and we go up 21-10 and we can double dip, we get a stop and we go up, we get the ball and we can score the first time. If we can put like 2 touchdowns, like double dip, so to speak, they may be able to put the game away.
Yeah, but you kick 3, that's 7. You get the ball back to start the second half. That's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. But I'm like you. I'm no coach. It's a lot easier to broadcast than it is to coach, right? It's not easy broadcasting, but easier to coach.
But it also looks good if you go for it and get it. But if you don't get it, you're really keeping them right back. You're keeping them in the game for sure.
Well, I know who does get it, and that's Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have a 24-lane bowling center, full-service restaurant. Bring your family, join the league, or book your next birthday party at Leisure Lanes. Also, they've got the Rockin' New Year's Eve coming up. That's right, New Year's Eve, and it's not that far away because we're just 6 weeks away from Christmas, so we're like 7 weeks away from New Year's Eve. You can dial them up at Leisure Lanes, 304-253-7328. All right, fourth down. And once again, Eric, they can get a first down without getting a touchdown, so they don't have to throw the ball in the end zone. We'll see what they do. The Patriots have the ball at the 8-yard line. They can get a first down just right there inside the 2, and actually then they've decided to kick a field goal. So, Eric, I guess you were on it. They'll put the ball down at the 15, 25-yard kick, and I guess Coach Lilly thought better of it. And here's the snap. The hold, the kick is up, and it looks good, and it is good. No, he missed it. I beg your pardon. He missed it. So now that is huge because that was a 9-play drive that stalls out on a missed field goal, and the score remains 14-10 Independence with 1:22 left here in the first half, and Lincoln will now take over on their own 20-yard line.
Well, I still, even if you miss, I still think it's the right play.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you can't, like I said, I remember one time on a play like that, Lou Holtz did that with the kicker one time, and they asked Lou Holtz, why didn't you go for it? He said, well, if I knew he was going to miss it, I would have went for it. Right. So, you got to play your hunches.
That's right.
So, and you said all along that's what you would have done. And, if you got to stick with your convictions, and that's what Coach believed in, and it didn't work out. So Lincoln will take over on the missed field goal on their own 20-yard line. we get a minute, Eric, we'll have you update us with some scores. Of course, we'll do that, of course, at halftime in the Direct Choice Halftime Show. 1:22 remaining here in the first half. On a beautiful, gorgeous night here, the second Friday in November here at Coal City. Here is Bart, the quarterback. Pressure comes. They force him out of the pocket. He's in trouble, throws off his back foot, and they make the connection up over the 40. And that's a first down. That's a nice catch that time by Jacob Grimmett, able to haul that in. I beg your pardon. That is Rice or Barnes. I'll get it right. Third time's a charm. Brody
Third
Barnes.
time's a charm.
Brody Barnes. And what do we got? We have a penalty?
No.
We do. I do see a flag. There is a flag. And what do we got? We got a penalty on Lincoln that will negate that first down reception that time by Barnes.
What was the call?
It went like this. I'm not upside the head. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. So the penalty takes the ball to the 15 and makes it 1st and 15.
First down, be first and 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It definitely didn't look like the signal you would give for a legal man downfield. I'm really not sure what that call was. But that was a nice catch, nevertheless, that time by Barnes. So 1st and 15 from the 15.
And same scenario here because you have the safety in the middle of the field. So anything on the outside numbers.
There's a deflection. It's caught for a first down and a big play. Looked like it was going to be a pick 6 for Independence. And the defender not able to haul it in. It goes right into the hands of Jacob Bart, and he's able to get across the 30 and pick up a first down.
And the one thing that you still like the arm of the quarterback, Bart, but that shows you he throws, the ball on the rope because it went. I think that was Riddle out on the outside maybe from his linebacker position.
From the 36-yard line, Bart rolls the pocket, throws back across the middle of the field. Dangerous. I thought that was going to get picked off, and it's broken up.
Yeah, he played. I guess he played through the ball right there, but that could have been pretty close to a little interference.
These last two plays, though, I thought that Bart has been living dangerously, right?
Yeah, especially when you throw it to the middle of the field across the field like that.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from their own 36. The clock stops with 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's been a great first half, 14-10 the lead for Independence. Lincoln the 13 seed, Independence the 4 seed. Bart's in trouble, tries to escape, throws the ball down the far sideline and it's caught for a first down. And that's a great job by the receiver coming back across midfield.
And a great job by Bart, man. Yeah. The escapability right there because it looked like it was going to be a sack, and he's able to complete the ball. And with 44 seconds to go, able to stop the clock and move the chains.
Yeah, at the Independence 49-yard line. And right here, you're not just thinking 3, you could be thinking 6 right here.
If you could do something here at the bottom of the screen, the safety is cheating over to the Lincoln sideline. I mean, you could really run a seam post or something, and you could
Bart throws it short, and that ball, luckily it wasn't picked off. The ball was high, and it goes off the hands of Edwards and stops the clock on the incompletion, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that's probably the worst pass of the night. He'd like Bart. He'd like to have that one back because the wide receiver's open there. You just got to put it on him and let him try to make someone miss.
Yeah, and had he made someone miss, he had some running room.
A lot of running room.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Lincoln at the Independence 49-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap the first half. We'll have scores of the other playoff games going on in this first weekend of the 2025 high school football playoffs.
You have to run like a 15 shallow cross. You got to get behind the safety in front of the linebacker.
Reverse pass to the brother Bart. He was the backup quarterback. He's not able to throw it, and he's able to get out of bounds after a minimal gain, get the ball down to the 47 and pick up a couple of yards.
Gain of 1.
Actually gave him 1 yard. It'd be 3rd and 9 at the 48-yard line, but he did get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and that's the one play, if you're Independence, that you're glad that didn't develop, because that's one of those plays when a coach runs that usually that's the touchdown play.
And, they've got 2 timeouts, so they can use the whole field, Lincoln. They can throw the ball down the middle of the field. And here's Bart. Looks like Independence is dialing up the pressure. They are. Here comes the heat. Bart's in trouble. He throws the ball short, and it's incomplete. And the pressure caused that errant pass, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And you got to believe Lincoln's going to punt here.
4th down.
Lincoln is, if they do punt, this will be their 2nd punt of the ball game. And on fourth down, I got to believe that's what they're going to do, because I don't think that you could take a chance here, Eric, to go for it and don't get it, even with 23 seconds left, and give the ball to Independence, because Independence still has 2 timeouts left. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm going to question this decision. I might punt it and just live the play.
Maybe they're trying to draw them off. Maybe let's see what they're trying to do, and then they're going to call a timeout. Maybe they weren't going to really snap it, and they'll call a timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do. A Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Back here at Independence High School with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. I have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. And Alex Fink is on camera, Chris Farish on stats, and Eric out of timeout. Looks like Lincoln's going to go for it. It's 4th down, 4th and 9 at the Independence 48. And I think this is really risky, especially if they don't make it. And Bart takes the shotgun snap, sits in the pocket. He's in trouble. If he takes a sack, and he does take a sack back inside the 40. That was a big gamble for Lincoln, and it doesn't pay off, because with 18 seconds and 2 timeouts, Independence, anytime they get the ball, they're in scoring position, but especially inside the 40.
Yeah, and that was a mistake, I think, by the Lincoln team. I know you're trying to pull off the upset, and your quarterback has been great up until that point. You can't take a sack there. In Independence with this quick strike offense, you better play 2 safeties high and try to keep everything in front of you, because if you have man on either Linksweiler and Vyers, man, this could really flip the script in the game here.
Paxton Myers is in the game. He's to the right of Brock Green. He was in the game last series. Green takes the shotgun snap, has time, throws the deep ball down the middle of the field, and it's caught all the way down to the 10-yard line. Paxton Myers, they've got a timeout, 15 seconds left, and Independence, they will take a timeout as they hit the big play. 1st and 10 for Independence at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and that was KJ Vyers climbing, doing the high wire, and that was a perfectly thrown ball just over the corner in front of the safety. And this is the part of the game where I think Lincoln may let this game get away from him.
All the way down to the 10-yard line, and like I said, Eric, I thought that was a big risk to go for it on that 4th down. You think if you punt, you flip the field. If they hit a big one on you, then they hit a big one on you. But I just thought that was too big of a risk, and then you give up the play, because Lincoln has really played really well in this first half, except now coming down the stretch here into the first half.
Yeah, and they had a little momentum going after the missed field goal. So if anything, I would have punted it. And I think Independence would have maybe played it safe, and where they had a longer way to go in 22 seconds?
Yeah, and now they've got the ball at the 10-yard line with 15 seconds remaining here in the half.
And you can do whatever. You can run, you can pass.
Right, because you got a timeout. Well, we got a minute. You got some updates on scores?
Yeah, let's update. Beckley on the road at Willing Park, and Willing Park has taken the lead 19-14 right here before halftime. It's at halftime. In the AA ranks, Frankfort all over Williamstown, 35-0 at halftime. Philip Barber 14, South Harrison 0 at halftime. Doddridge County 32, Logan 7 at halftime.
All right, out of the timeout. They'll work from the shotgun. Green has Paxton Myers to his left from the 10-yard line with 15 seconds. Independence does have a timeout, so they can throw the ball over the middle of the field. Green will turn around. He'll roll the pocket, throws to the back end of the end zone, to the far corner, and well covered, and it comes up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So 9 seconds. You have Time to get 2 plays off.
And you have a timeout, so even if you throw the ball across the middle and you're short of the goal line, you got time for a timeout. And also you can think about kicking the field goal. Even though Cuthbert missed the last time, you still obviously don't want to give up on him.
Well, you centered up. Yeah, you don't give up on him because he's been a consistent kicker here. But I think Independence is really looking to put 7 in. I would try this bubble, like a tunnel screen right here with Vyers, right here in the slot at the top of the screen, to the left of the screen. And
Green takes the snap, looks to throw, throws to the end zone, and it is incomplete. As that time, Linksweiler not able to hold on in the back of the end zone. And there's 5 seconds left, and now, Eric, I think right now they're probably just send out the field goal team. What do you think? With 5 seconds, when you think they would just put out the field goal team? Because it's got to be quick, right? 5 seconds. It might be all or nothing. That's quick. I think I'd just kick it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're going for it.
They are. They've got to be real quick with 5 seconds remaining in the half and leading 14-10.
Okay, here's where Vyers is singled up in the slot. And I think anything quick, the linebacker has to get good depth. I'm going to 7.
Green takes the snap, has time, across the middle of the field. It's knocked down, and what a break for Independence because there's 1 second left on the clock, and they will get their field goal team out there. But that was very close of the half ending just like that.
Yeah, and now they should run the field goal team out and kick it.
And they will, no question.
And this will be still in 3 points right here. Cuthbert will knock this one through if he's able to knock this one through.
So they put the ball at the 10 and 7 yards back, 27-yard attempt here on the near side hash. But what a break that was for Independence because that
should have been an interception.
Yeah, interception. Or if that had been a 5-second play, they wouldn't even have the chance to kick the field goal.
Reminds me of the Sunday Night Football, Dallas Cowboy, Green Bay Packers game.
And Lincoln will take a timeout, I do believe. I think they will.
Is it equipment?
Or maybe they're making a player substitution here. With 1 second left here in the half, and Independence set up to attempt what would be a field goal that would add to their lead. And this snap is down. The kick's on its way, and he missed that one. That was wide. But he roughed the kicker. A flag comes out. Is the kicker roughed? I thought I saw a flag. Is there a flag? Nope, there's not a flag. So that's how the half, kind of a weird ending to that first half at the break. Independence with a 14-10 lead. We'll take our second quarter break and come back with the Direct Choice halftime show after this on Video Productions.
Gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Mid-State Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Mid-State Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Hey, grab me one too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School at the break of this opening round Class AA playoff game. The number 4 Independence Patriots lead the number 13 Lincoln Cougars 14-10, and we had a little bit of everything, Eric, in that first half. We had Independence miss a couple of field goals, but they also had a quick strike offense. We had Lincoln with a 12-play drive that resulted in a field goal made. We had an 18-play 80-yard drive that resulted in a touchdown for Lincoln. We had a little bit of everything in that first half as we welcome you into the Direct Choice halftime show. 14-10 the lead here at the break. And Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, and the numbers, the score, bear to score a little bit. And Lincoln's really lucky to not be down a little more the way they handled the end of the second quarter. But right now they're hanging tough. And Maris, on the night, Independence has 226 total yards of offense. They have 46 on the ground with Silas Nelson leading the way with 7 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. They have 180 through the air on 10 of 14 passing by Brock Green and 1 touchdown. Leading the way in receiving is KJ Vyers has 5 catches for 99 yards, and Linksweiler has 3 catches, 73 yards, and 1 score. And Lincoln County, their offense, man, it's all been through A.J. Bart. He is 17 of 24 for 182 yards and 1 score, but they only have 149 total yards after you figure in the sack yardage. Bart is carried at 7 times for negative 45, but the leading rusher for Lincoln has 9 carries and 11 yards.
Yeah.
So, you have to figure out. I know the pass game is the extension of, the run,
game, right.
and that's what they live on. But right now they have to figure out how to get some semblance of a run game.
And, Eric, what I find interesting is you were given those numbers. I'm looking at the play chart. Each team had the ball 4 times. Lincoln had the first time they got it. It was a 12-play drive that started on their own 21-yard line, and they were able to go down and get a field goal out of it. Then they had that amazing 80-yard drive, 18 plays, 80 yards. They got the touchdown out of it. Then they had a punt, and then they turned it over on downs for Independence. They were able to score quick, a 4-play 71-yard drive, a 6-play 65-yard drive, and then the last 2 times they got down inside the red zone and they missed back-to-back field goals from a normal, very reliable kicker, and that's what happens in the postseason. Things that go certain ways for you all year in the regular season, sometimes they do change up in the postseason.
And you have to have, if you're Michael Cuthbert, I think we might have put the jinx on him early in the broadcast talking about Mr. O-Reliable, but you have to do it, and sometimes it's the pressure of the game. It looked like the snap was good, the hold was good, the kick was just errant, but I think when the chips are down, you still have to rely on that kicker, so you got to have a clear head space, and he's a coach's son, so you got to forget those and move on to the next.
And, Eric, I think Independence and Coach Lilly's staff, they can feel good about themselves because they moved the ball all 4 times they had it. And like I said, he's probably telling his troops, the only team that can stop us in the second half is us. And really, kind of in a sense, that's what they did. Now, I give Lincoln credit. They came up with big stops, and I'm surprised right there at the end of the half on 4th and long that they wouldn't have punted the ball, and they went for it to allow Independence to have a chance to kick that field goal.
And that's the only thing Coach Rob Hawkins, that's the only thing I really question. I think he's came in, the coaching staff came in with a good game plan, ball control, short passing game, dink and dunk, making Independence defend the whole field, Maris. Would you agree with that?
Right.
Linebackers have to really be disciplined and be in position to play. And the only time that they've been stopped when it's been, when Independence was able to get them behind the chains and bring the heat.
Well, you're reading my mind. That was my next question. Now, Independence adjusted after that long touchdown drive. Independence has dialed up pressure. Now, if you're Lincoln, you've got to be able to dial something up that can maybe combat the pressure that Independence is bringing up.
And I don't know how much you have in the screen game, because that'll slow down a pass rush sometimes if you can throw to wherever the heat's coming, throw a little screen. And with their playbook, I'm telling you, Lincoln's a well-coached team.
Very well-coached team,
They're
yes.
well-coached. They're not in all, they didn't come down here saying we're giving up. They came to win the game, and they have a good game plan.
Well, like I said, they had a good game plan. You talk about it, you go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday walkthrough, you script through what you want to do. And so far, really, they've executed really well. And I think if you're Lincoln, considering that you have given up 50-plus points in each of your last 2 games, to be able to hold this high-powered team to only 14 and be able to move the ball yourself, I think they got to feel really good about
themselves. And let me pose this question to you, too. Yeah. There's something that happened late in the second quarter that we haven't seen him back on the field. Is Nelson,
right?
And that changes the way people defend you. And I love Lil Paxton. I love him. Young running back, good running back, but he doesn't have the bang.
Well, he's not.
Doesn't have that
Nelson,
bang yet.
Right.
And that will be big to see in the second half if he's even on the field as Silas Nelson. So that could change the complexity of the game.
Independence leads here at the break 14-10 of this opening round of the Class AA football playoffs. We'll take a break. When we come back, Eric will update you on scores on all 4 classes, and we'll do that on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Hey, grab me one too.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back into the Direct Choice halftime show here at Coal City, West Virginia. This Class AA opening round playoff game. Independence, the number 4 seed, lead the number 13 seed Lincoln 14-10. Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company is built on a foundation of safety, innovation, and teamwork. From the heart of coal country, they deliver resources and strength industries and communities alike. Infinity Coal Division, from the coal seam to the steel beam, that is Infinity Coal. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Pasquale's. Pasquale's Italian Restaurant has all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering and have private parties available. You can book your next event at Pasquale's by calling them at 304-255-5253. And tonight's game brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. And you're in good hands with Allstate. They're on Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond is the agent. She's my agent, takes great care of me. She'll take great care of you. You can dial her up at 304-252-8646. All right, Eric, as we know, 14-10 here, and let's start in Class 4A, and you got some scores.
Yeah, we'll run down the 4As, and it's going pretty much chalk as the top three teams are rolling at halftime. Morgantown, 42-0 over number 16 Buchanan Upshur. Number 2 Huntington hosting number 15 Hedgesville, 35-0 at halftime. And number 3 Martinsburg hosting Parkersburg South, 48-0 at halftime. George Washington, the number 5 team, hosting local number 12 Oak Hill, and the score is 58-0, not yet halftime.
And that's GW.
GW.
Wow.
58-0. Willing Park hosting number 6 Willing Park hosting number 11 Woodrow Wilson. Willing Park up 19-14 at halftime. University hosting Parkersburg. That's number 7 University in the 7-10 matchup. University up 34-14 at halftime. And Spring Mills in the 8-9 contest hosting number 9 Musselman. Spring Mills up 14-7 at halftime.
All right, in AAA.
In AAA, the games, a few games a little closer. The Fairmont Senior Polar Bears, the number 3 team, hosting number 14 Robert C. Byrd. And that's a rematch of the regular season. Fairmont's up 21-20 at halftime. North Marion, number 4, hosting number 13 Kaiser. They're up 28-17 at halftime. Nitro hosting Capital. That's a 5-12 matchup. Nitro up 14-7 at halftime. And Chapmanville on the road at Greenbrier East. That's the 9-8 matchup. That's on Video Productions as well. And Chapmanville up right now 27-25 at Greenbrier East. In the AA ranks, a game, we'll start off with the game that a lot of people that's watching this contest that we're doing right now, Maris, are interested in. That's number 5, Doddridge County, hosting number 12, Logan. Doddridge County all over Logan right now, 32-7 at halftime. Philip Barber, the number 3 team, hosting 14, South Harrison. Philip Barber up 21-0. Number 1, Frankfort at home, hosting Williamstown, and it's 35-0 in the third quarter. And a minor upset brewing right here, Maris. The defending, the runner-up, state runner-up, Roane County from last year. The number 6 team hosting Clay County, the number 11 team. Clay County on the road, 25-12 at halftime at Roane County.
It is a little bit of a surprise.
And Midland Trail hosting, number 7 Midland Trail hosting number 10 Petersburg. Midland Trail up 20-6 in the third quarter. And Mingo Central, a game that you and I said if there was one road team that may go on the road and have a chance to win, that would be James Monroe. So Mingo Central hosting number 9 James Monroe, and that's 17-14 Mingo Central in the third quarter.
So tight game. Yep.
And some single A scores will give you Greenbrier West on the road at Pendleton County. It's 27-7 Pendleton County in the third quarter. East Hardy all over Sherman, 21-12, and that's a 12 visiting a 5. East Hardy being the number 12 team on the road, winning 21-12 at halftime.
All right, so that's what we have. Of course, there are a handful of games tomorrow, but like I said, the majority of them here tonight. Of course, here at Coal City, West Virginia, here Independence with a 14-10 lead. We'll take another halftime break, come back and get you ready for the second half. You're watching live streaming coverage of the opening round of the Class AA playoffs here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Summer's here, the Jeep is ready, and at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, you're getting the best prices in southern West Virginia. Top off, doors open, sunshine pouring in, This is what summer freedom feels like. Your next adventure starts here at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Summersville, where everybody rides. Because summer's better with a Jeep and the best deal around.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
This fall, let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Spartan Factory. The Spartan Factory located in Beckley, West Virginia, and they can anything you need for your team, whether it's T-shirts, uniforms, hats, banners, whatever the case may be, hoodies. You can check them out on their website, the Spartan Factory, WV.com. Also, the action tonight brought to you in part by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of high school sports in the great state of West Virginia. And tonight's action brought to you in part by Giovanni's Pizza, Mamma Mia. That's where we had our pregame meal. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out, and they have two locations as right before you get to Independence High School, Leicester Square in Sophia, and then right before you get to Liberty High School at Glen Daniel. At the break here, 14-10 is the lead for the number 4 Independence leads the number 13 seed Lincoln, and both teams have made their way back out on the field. So Eric, put your coaching hat on, and if you were in the Lincoln locker room, what might you have heard Rob Hawkins telling his team?
Defensively, we got to come up. We can't afford to go down, 21-10. Need to stop, in this first series to get the ball back and try to play ball control.
And if you're in John Lilly's locker room, you might hear what?
Pedal to the metal. We need a big touchdown. We need to score this possession, just the flip side, and really make Lincoln's really one-dimensional, but you want to make them have to go speed up their offense. And I think if you can do that, if you're Independence, you want to be able to play well ahead.
Well, I don't want to jinx our broadcast, but I'm going to say this anyway. That was a very well-played first half. We just had a few penalties, and we didn't have any turnovers.
No turnovers. They laid it on the ground a couple of times. Both teams were able to get it.
Get it back.
Yes.
And another thing, like I said, we felt that, not that it mattered what we think or not, but I think we're all in agreement, not just us, but everybody else in the press box, that the flags we're throwing were all legit flags.
Oh, legit.
We didn't see any questionable calls. Referee's done a great job. They've let them play. They want the players to decide it. It's playoff time, and that's the way it should be. Unless it's an obvious foul like we had on the pass interference, which ended up being a good, I would have done the same thing because you live with that 15-yarder and not give up the big play. Right. All right, both teams back out on the field. We're moments away of getting this started. Like I said, this is the opening round, and it takes 4 wins to get to be the state champion. And, of course, they're in the capital city in Charleston at University of Charleston's Laley Field on the weekend of December 5th and 6th. There's 2 games on Friday and 2 games on Saturday. And both of these teams are hoping, they have aspirations that they're going to be in one of those 4 games on that first week in December.
Yeah, and that's what you train for in the off season and in the summertime and you play for during the season with a chance to move on and get to Charleston.
In this bracket, Doddridge was up 32-7, I believe was the score you gave against Logan. And should Doddridge hang on and can win that game, Doddridge would take on the winner here. And, of course, if Lincoln would win this game, that game would be at Doddridge. If Independence wins the game, we'll be back here next Friday night. We hope it's Friday anyway, and it would be Independence against Doddridge. But we've got a lot of football here in the second half, and I'm sure the same way up at Doddridge to see who's going to punch their ticket for next week.
Yeah, and we'll see here in this third quarter, see what the adjustments are. And it really looks like right now that Paxton, I think Myers, the young man who came in to relieve Silas Nelson, looks like he might be taking handoffs here in the second half. So
the captain from each team is out at midfield, and Independence will get the ball to start the second half. And 14-10, and that's another thing. I'd have to go back. I don't have it in front of me, but I would almost guess this is probably the lowest scoring first half Independence has had all season long.
Yeah, we don't have it in front of us, but, it's usually, I think, 17 was it 17-10 at halftime Bluefield
against
game?
Bluefield, right. They were up 17-10.
But yes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But this is the lowest total.
The games that we did, or even the games we didn't do, where they only had home or away, where they only had 14 points in the first half.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
So.
And that's from a team that, like I said, that had given up 50-plus points in the last 2 and have given up 50 in 4 of their 10 games.
But once it gets to the playoffs,
everything changes.
Everything changes. Everything gets a little tighter for certain, sometimes. And, it's not a veteran-heavy team like Independence is used to having carrying to the, the postseason. They have seniors sprinkled in with a lot of freshmen, a few sophomores. So kind of the changing of the guard. Still a good team, but, this team projects 2 to 3 years to still be good down the road.
Yeah, and as good as Independence football program has been, you go back, over the last 4 years where they were runner-up, state champion, and semifinals each of the last 2 seasons. Yeah. So, there's high expectations up on the hill here at Coal City, and rightfully so. The coaching staff's done a great job. The middle school's had great success. The players have bought in. But Lincoln County, they're not reading none of that. They're out here and hey, 4 and what? We're 0-0 when we start tonight, right?
Yeah, look like Lincoln County saying you can't carry all those wins you had don't mean anything tonight.
And that's for sure. All right, so it'll be Linksweiler here on the near side, Bradbury on the far side. The ball's teed up between the hashes there, and we're ready to get the second half underway with Independence leading 14-7. This is only the second matchup between these two schools. They played in the playoffs in 2016, in which Lincoln beat Independence up at Shinston there at Lincoln. And now we are ready to start the second half. The ball's teed up, and Cade Riley is ready to put his right foot into it, and we're ready to start the second half, and here we go. It's going to be a short kick, and it'll be a fair caught right there at the 30-yard line, and that's where Independence will start their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
Well, that surprises me right there in the up back with a fair catch. It had a chance to run a little bit, but Independence with this quick strike offense, they just want to get it in the hands of Brock Green, and it looks like Silas Nelson is going to try to give it a go here in the second half.
Yes, that was Jason Laxton who fair caught the ball for Independence there on the far side at the 30-yard line. So Independence will have it. They'll run trips to the bottom of the screen. As Eric told you, you can see Silas Nelson lining up to the right of Brock Green, 1st and 10 for Independence. And they'll start off by handing the ball, and there's a nice gain on first down across the 35 out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 7 for Silas Nelson.
And right on cue, Silas Nelson just showing his toughness, man. For a guy to be out three plus weeks and come back, and I think that was his 8th carry of the game.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3. They'll give it to him again, and this time there's a flag comes in the pile, and I said I shouldn't have said that. Remember when I said that we haven't had a lot of penalties, and that flag comes right in the pile where you normally get holding, and
looks
we'll
like see. Right in the middle, it looks like a hold.
Yep.
I just don't I don't think Nelson's going to be able to go, man.
And he's coming out. Yeah, he looks a little shaken up. They bring Paxton Myers in. Of course, this will put Independence behind the chains. But, I'm sure Silas Nelson wanted to give it a go. He looks frustrated down there on the sideline. And now the penalty takes the ball back inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you hate it for that young man. As hard as you work and train, injuries are a part of it. You don't want to do anything to damage yourself going to the next level.
From the 27-yard line, Green rolls the pocket. He throws. It's caught. Cuppert makes the catch, and a great tackle as that time Lincoln, the defender that time, Jacob Bart, was all over Cuppert and really no gain or, maybe a yard. That's about it. They're going to give him maybe a yard. His forward progress, actually, they're going to give him 2 yards and bring up third down. So 3rd and 11. Green takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes, throws down the middle of the field. Got a man out there, and that would have been a great catch as Myers not able to pull it in. I beg your pardon, Vyers not able to pull that in.
Yeah, highlight reel type of stuff right there from Vyers. Not able, as he was turning to complete the catch.
And, Eric, for the first time tonight, Independence will have to punt, and that penalty really hurt them. So now it turns out to be, like I said, they will have to punt a 3-and-out.
And now with Nelson not playing on offense, that also, they expect him to play defense anyway. And this is the first punt of the night for Independence.
Right, here comes the kick. Edwards is back.
Beautiful kick.
It's fair caught. It's over the head of Edwards. He touched it. He's got to get on it, and he does. But it's going to cost him yardage. But better to lose the yardage than lose the ball. And Lincoln will able to maintain it all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Ball is down at the 20-yard line. It'll be Cougar ball.
So that's where the Cougars of Lincoln will take over, 1st and 10 on their own 20 for their first possession here the second half. Last time they started from the 20-yard line was their touchdown drive, and they went 80 yards in 18 plays and punched it in the end zone. So we'll see what they cook up. 1st and 10 for Lincoln on their own 20. It's been a game. Really didn't know what to expect, when we heard this was the game we were assigned to and the matchup. Really didn't know much about Lincoln. Really didn't know. We know what Independence is all about because we've seen them multiple times.
Thoroughly impressed with the quarterback. I can't say it enough. Both of these quarterbacks are good, but this Lincoln guy he's cool as the other side of the pillow.
And he has been. Here's a running play, and that's one thing. They haven't had a lot of success running the ball. You got to run it some, and that's going to gain a couple of yards, and that's about it.
Yeah, and that's the strength of Independence's defense is right up the gut.
So they give him a 2-yard carry. It'd be 2nd down and 8. And we'll see what A.J. Bart, the 6'1", 175-pound senior quarterback, will do for Lincoln. Waits on the shotgun snap. Taking his time, 18 on the play clock. Takes the snap to throw. Throws it out in the flat. It's caught to the tight end. He'll fall forward for a 1st down. And that's been a good connection right there as Cade Riley's got good short hands and able to haul that in and pick up the 1st down.
What's good about that, it's a good safe pass, but it's fit into a tight window. As you can see here, Maris, on the replay. I mean, that Independence is all over that, and it's just a great throw.
Out to the 31 with a 1st down. Bart waits on the snap, takes it. Going to be a running play off the right side. Get the ball out to about the 35-yard line.
Well, it seems like what we said at halftime, Harrison, and we said they'll have to get some semblance of a running game without passing it. And the first 2 runs of the second half have combined, for 5 yards?
Yeah, and Rice able to pick up 4 yards on that one. And out to the 35, 2nd and 6. So this is the way Lincoln wants to play, very slow, very methodical.
Very deliberate, right?
Yep. And they trail 14-10. Independence showing pressure. They'll run the ball again. And like you said, that's the strength of this Independence defense, and that gets a yard maybe from the 35 across to the 36-yard line and brings up 3rd down.
We may see something here in the third quarter that we barely saw in the first half for sure.
Back-to-back punts.
Back-to-back punts.
Yeah, but also Lincoln's been good on connecting 3rd and 4th downs.
Yes, they have. Look for old reliable number 38.
Yep. So they got to get the ball out across the 40 out to the 41 to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
So you know what in Lincoln has calmed down on too. Remember they did a lot of shifting and motion in the first half. So they've switched that up a little bit.
Independence, will they bring pressure? They've got pressure. Bart's in trouble, throws the ball into traffic, and it's caught for a 1st down. That ball was somehow, how did he get that in there among all those blue jerseys?
All I saw was blue.
And that is enough for a Lincoln 1st down.
And that was the receiver right there was Colton Edwards, and you're right. All I saw was blue.
Yeah, he threw that ball in, just nothing but blue jerseys around and enough to move the chains, get the ball out to the 42-yard line in a 1st down. First time tonight, they run out of the pistol set. Bart pulls it down, throws out in the flat. They make the connection. It's caught
Fumble.
out there. Barnes, the ball's out. Independence picks it up. This could be a touchdown. This will be a turnover and a touchdown for Independence. A 48-yard scoop and score. No flags. Got an injured player on the field. And Laxton picks up the loose ball and skates down the near sideline for an Independence touchdown. As we watch the replay, Barnes was the one that made the reception. He makes the catch. He turns it up, and he takes a hit. The ball's out, and a nice scoop and score and return for Laxton for the touchdown from 48 yards. And with 7:55 remaining in the third quarter, that'll take the lead to 20-10 in favor of Independence as the young man that made the catch and then fumbled Barnes is still down on the field. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, as Jason Laxton has picked up that fumble and raced down the near sideline 48 yards for the Independence touchdown to extend the lead to 20-10 with 7:55 left in the third quarter, and now Cuthbert on to try to tack on the PAT. That was a big play in this game, and that was the first turnover we had.
And we talked about that, the turnovers, and that's what you couldn't have if you're Lincoln. The one thing after getting a big stop.
And the extra point is up and good. So with 7:55 left in the third quarter, your new score is now Independence 21 and Lincoln 10, and a defensive touchdown by the Patriots. And now the Independence trying to get a little breathing room, Eric, because now they've opened up a 2-score lead.
Yeah, and that was a big play, and that's the heart of a champion, a team that aspires to be championship caliber, finding a way to score. The offense has been moving the ball with great success, but anytime you can get a defensive score like that really has to really boost the morale of the sideline.
Tonight's playoff action is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent in Shady Spring, West Virginia. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. Check them out on the website at exitelevationwv.com. Independence now with the lead of 21-10. Their biggest lead of the night. Cuthbert has the ball teed up there on the 40-yard line on the far side hash and ready to kick it off. Yeah, a lot of times, Eric, we say it all the time, things you always see in the postseason, sometimes you never see in the regular season. And as this game had a lot of twists and turns, this ball will be returnable from about the 12-yard line. And a nice return up across the 25, and there's a helmet flying, and that will be a nice return, and that's where Lincoln will have the possession here at the 27-yard line. So we've had one turnover, and that was a costly turnover as that turned into points for Independence as Laxton able to pick up that loose ball that raced to the end zone. 21-10 the lead as the ball is put down at the 28-yard line, and that's where Lincoln will have it. So we'll see what Mr. Bart has up his sleeve here on this possession. And if you're Lincoln, I don't think you can press. I think you still want to stick to what you're doing.
Right. That's what I exactly was thinking. You still have to, get this ball game, get it down to another one score, get it down to one score, try to get down and get you 7 here and get into the fourth quarter. with a chance to pull off the upset.
Yeah, you can't score 2 touchdowns on one play, so just try to get back in the game for Lincoln on this drive. They got a new player into the ball game, and he's got the ball now. And that new player into the game is Cade Mooney, as Mooney takes the handoff, and he gets a couple of yards.
Gain of a yard on the play.
They'll actually give him 1 yard out to the 29-yard line, make it 2nd and 9. And also, it was Mooney who returned the kickoff.
Yeah, the 5'6", 136-pound sophomore for this Lincoln team. So a lot of these young guys getting some good playoff experience tonight.
2nd and 9 for Lincoln. Bart waits on the shotgun snap, takes the snap. They force him out of the pocket, throws the ball short. They make the connection, and he get the ball out to the 35-yard line, and that is Edwards with the catch. It'll bring up 3rd and short. But that's one thing you can see that Independence really dialing up the pressure.
Yeah, dialing up the heat, getting Bart off his mark, but he's able to never drop his eye level, Maris. Once he's flushed, his eyes are still downfield trying to make a play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4. This is a very key down in the ball game, with Independence leading 21-10, 6:40 and counting remaining here in the 3rd quarter. From their own 35-yard line, they got to get out to the 39 to keep the drive alive. And they're going to run the ball up the middle, and don't think they're going to get there.
No, I think he may have got past the sticks.
It's going to be close. He's right at the marker.
Depends on if it's a right or left foot spot.
And does he have a first down? I don't think so.
It looks like that should be a measurement. No.
They're calling it 4th down.
Official time.
And maybe they will measure.
For measurement.
Yep. So the ball is, they started this on the 28. So I said they had to get to the 39. They actually have to get to the 38-yard line. The ball looks like that's where it is.
Yeah, it looks like it might be by the nose of the football.
Well, they're going to – but either way, I think you're Lincoln. I think you have to go for it here if it's not a first down, and it looks like it might be. They're going to stretch the chains out, and I think it is a first down, and it is. So that's a first down.
Cougars.
And a sigh of relief on the Lincoln sideline that they don't even have to, go for it. Even if it was the nose of a football, they don't have to go for it.
Yeah, but you'd rather just have that first down and move the sticks.
So it's a first down to the 38-yard line and a new package of downs for Lincoln. And I'll be honest, Eric, what I've seen of Lincoln, it looks like, and I know they had a difficult schedule, but it looks like they would have won more than 4 games.
Yeah, but you said they played playoff teams.
They did. Like I said, I know they had a difficult schedule.
So
but
Nitro, not Nitro. North Marion's a AAA.
Yeah.
Lost to them,
They lost to Elkins, which is also AAA. And here's Bart from the shotgun, waiting on the snap, takes it. The pressure comes. He steps up in the pocket, throws a strike down the middle, and it's caught. That's a beautiful throw. It should be a catch.
Yeah, it's a catch.
And after the play, the ball came down. It's going up Jacob Bart, and that's a beautiful throw and catch for a first down at the Independence 42-yard line.
I wonder if we could get this replay. Because, Maris, there was a guy running free on a go. Watch when this ball is completed.
Correction.
Yep, on the far sideline, but that was a dart. Actually, they'll move the ball back to the 43-yard line, but nevertheless, that's enough for a Lincoln first down. I'm like you, Eric. I've been very impressed by that young man, A.J. Bart. As here's a running play that gets the ball to the Independence 40-yard line on the far side. And that'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up.
He plays the quarterback position like you want your quarterback to be. He doesn't show – he's not showing any motion. He's just calm and collected out there and directing the offense. Really like him.
They're going to move the ball back to the 41-yard line. Gave him 2. But, we saw some good quarterbacks. A young man at Bluefield, of course, Brock Green, we had a chance to see. We saw some really good quarterbacks. The young man for Hoover.
I think Peyton, his name was – I can't remember his name.
Yeah, we transfer from Capital. Of course, we had a chance to see Princeton Barker. Saw a young man, good quarterback at Greenbrier East. Of course, Beckley had a nice quarterback. Here is Bart being chased out of the pocket. He'll have to throw this one away, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Now, see, even that was a good decision by him because don't take a sack, and you live to play another down outside the pocket, gets it out of bounds. He's just real cerebral.
And here you got to be thinking 2 downs to pick this up.
Yeah, definitely 2 downs, and that he did a great job of not losing any yards.
Yeah, because I think you're at the juncture of the game now with 5:19 left in the 3rd quarter, and you're down 11. I think you've got to pick this up.
If you can go down and get 7, though, you're right back in it, and you're in the 4th. You want to take the game to the 4th quarter with a chance to pull the upset off on the road.
Bart takes the shotgun snap, throws across the middle. It's caught for a first down. And once again, Mr. Reliable, I think that is the tight end, right?
Big tight end,
yep.
Kicker, tight end / kicker.
Yes, and that's Mr. Reliable, Cade Riley, and he hauls it in for a first down.
And doesn't it feel kind of eerie, even with Independence winning, this crowd is not – it's kind of like they're on pins
edge,
and needles.
Yes. From the 33, here's a nice run, their best run of the night. And it's down for another first down to the Independence 20 is Connor Rice with a good run. And like I said, that's their best run of the night.
And now they're going fast. Look like trying to speed up Independence here. Independence had to take a timeout.
Yeah, Independence back on their heels a little bit defensively, and they'll burn a timeout. So we'll keep it here with 4:57 left in the third quarter. Eric, see if you can update us on some more playoff scores throughout this opening night of the high school football playoffs.
Oh, sorry about that. I just got some information. You know, WVU girls are hosting Duke at the Greenbrier. WVU girls only have 6 players left after a fight broke out. They got a bunch of people ejected, but they were up 10 points going into the fourth quarter, but they only have 5 players.
Wow, and, you know, Duke is a really good team, and obviously
team.
West Virginia's showing that they're good as well.
So
we'll keep an eye on that, but see what you got on other playoff action.
Yeah, let's go to the AA ranks, and sorry about that, Maris. When I get that came across ESPN.
Well, I mean, you got to that's newsworthy.
Yes, Frankfurt, the number 1 team in the state, hosting Williamstown. It's Williamstown, 49-6. Frankfurt in the fourth quarter. Philip Barber up 28-6 over South Harrison. Doddridge County really taking Logan to the woodshed right now, 44-7 in the third quarter. Clay County has extended its lead. It looked like they're headed to an upset over Roane County, 31-12. Midland Trail, 27, Petersburg, 12.
All right, so it's a first down for Lincoln at the Independence 21-yard line as Independence called the timeout. And here are the Cougars. Bart out of the shotgun, takes the snap, sets in the pocket. They flush him out. He throws the ball going down to the end zone. It was almost caught as it comes up incomplete. But that was a heck of a throw under distress as we watch the replay here. And, you know, Eric, here we are again, another long drive. This is the 10th play of the drive. And when you have these long drives, if you get a touchdown, it pays off because they do eat up a lot of clock.
Yeah, they do. And that's what's really kept this Lincoln team in the game.
Bart takes the snap. They'll hand the ball off, and that's not going to go anywhere. Independence ready for that. It's Connor Rice on the carry. And you had stated earlier that's going into the strength of the Independence defense when you're running that play. And I know you got to run it enough to try to keep them off balance a little bit.
Yeah, but when we stated that is the strength of this defense. Any team moving forward, if you scout this Independence defense, man, you're going to have to do something, you know, a little more outside that the guard center area because they're real stout up the gut.
It's a 1-yard loss back to the 22, 3rd and 11. Bart waits on the shotgun snap. Pressure comes. He steps up into the pocket. He throws the ball, and it's caught for a first down.
And he put
what
it was
a strike.
Like it was like Velcro, like the ball had Velcro on it and it stuck. He put it right into the chest of the receiver. And another impressive play by Dart.
And that'll be a first down, 1st and goal right at the 10.
Excuse me, Bart, but he's throwing darts.
Yeah. He'll put the ball down at the 9-yard line, and it's 1st and goal. So 4 chances to go 9 yards. Bart waits on the snap, rolls the pocket, looks, has time, throws back across. The sliding catch is made right there by his brother as Jacob Bart is on the receiving end of that at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 2. This is the 13th play of the drive, and now what do we got? We got officials timeout.
Yeah, it was a player trying to get his helmet. I've never seen him really stop it for, get him out of the game. It seems like they do, but the clock continues to roll.
From the 2-yard line on 2nd and goal.
And they're not afraid to put it in the air here.
Got plenty of time on the play clock. First time we've seen Bart go up under center. They're going to run the ball straight ahead, and that's not going to go anywhere. Independence ready for that. So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And that will gain them nothing still from the 2. From the 2-yard line. And I'm with you, Eric. They've not had really any success of running when they got down in here. They probably might have to throw it, or unless they're going to do the push, the tush push.
The old tush push.
Yeah, and get right behind Bart and push him in, but he's out of the shotgun. Probably going to throw it here. Takes the snap, is setting to throw. He's under duress. He's in trouble, throws the ball deep, and he had to throw that away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
This will be the 15th play of the drive, 4th down from the 2-yard line. And really, Eric, I think this is the game's on the line here. I know we're only in the 3rd quarter, but I think you have to score if you're Lincoln.
Yeah, and that was one play card question, trying to roll the right-handed quarterback to the left. I think I would throw – and here's where the running game kind of shows up, right? You can't really run the ball.
Well, you got Bart, and he's got good leg. I would try to get him on the edge, and he can run or throw, give him the option. But but he's going to get up under center. If they try to go straight ahead, that could be tough sledding because that's where Independence.
That's where all the beef is. I would not try it straight ahead here.
Let's see what they do. That's what they try to do, and it's going to be a touchdown, though. That will be a touchdown. As I can see from here, they haven't called him in, but he looked like he was in. If they're going to say he was down, can we get the replay? They said he stopped him, but it looked like Rice was into the end zone. Let's see if we can get that on replay again. As you watch him right there, he looked like maybe not. But we both said, Eric, that you can't just run the ball straight ahead against this Independence team. And Independence, that's a 15-play drive that started back on their own 28-yard line that they come up empty. And Independence will take over right there on the shadow of their own goal line, right on the 1-yard line.
And you're right. That may be the play of the game, the Seals.
That's a huge stop. You probably want to run a quarterback sneak here. Straight ahead, Green up under center, and that's what they do. They'll push the pile, give them a little breathing room, get out to about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. But, yeah, and I'm with you, Eric. The 3rd down play.
The 3rd down play
I didn't think was good, but
maybe the worst play call of the
But to try to run
night.
the ball straight ahead, I just didn't see that was going to happen. And I thought maybe they try to get Bart out on the edge. So a big stop, and once again, the Independence defense, we hear so much about the offense, but the defense bails them out time and time again.
As they did in the Bluefield game. I hate to keep referencing that game, but Bluefield seemed like they lived in Independence territory in that first half right before halftime and not able to capitalize and wound up losing. And that could be the defining moment of this playoff, first-round playoff game.
And that running play out to the 3-yard line, so – it's going to be 3rd down. They got to get the ball out to the 11. 3rd down and 8. And will they run out of the shotgun? They will. As Green set up with Paxton Myers to his right in his own end zone. Green takes the snap, will throw out of his own end zone, has time, throws the deep ball, got a man out there, and it is dropped. Wow, Bradbury, that might have been a touchdown. He looked up, he took his eye off the ball, and he can't bring it in. And what a huge play, and it keeps Lincoln alive, and it'll be 4th down. Independence will have to punt. But I think that's going to be a touchdown if he hangs on because Green had a beautiful throw.
Laid it right where you need to lay it. And both sides now, both teams have dropped what could have been touchdowns.
So Independence will have to punt, and they're about as far back in their own end zone as they can be without being out of bounds. He's standing almost on the end line as he awaits the snap. Lincoln should get fairly good field position out of this. Here comes the kick. And it's going to be short. If you're Lincoln, I would just get away from it. The ball hits at the 35, takes a big bounce, a big hop. You're going to try to return it, and there's nothing cooking there.
Yeah,
but
that was
really good coverage. But Lincoln will get the ball in really good field position as that time trying to return the punt. And that was Mooney and really nowhere to go.
Yeah, Mooney did a good job of securing the ball, though, not letting it roll, maybe 5 or 10 more yards and get it on the plus side of the field. Able to scrimmaging at the 44 yard
So
line.
Lincoln will take over. 1st and 10 at the 44. They were stopped on a 15-play drive the last time they had the ball. They have the ball at the Independence 44-yard line. As Bart brings them out from the shotgun. 21-10 in what's been a battle. 1:11 remaining 3rd quarter. Bart takes the snap. Hands the ball off, and the running game just hasn't been there as Connor Rice just nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. And he'll give him a yard loss back to the 45.
Yeah, the Independence run defense is really bowing up right now. And I think you need to go back to those first 15 plays or how you scripted that first drive. And really, you hadn't really saw that little what we called a little short passing game here in the second half.
The extension of the run by throwing the ball short. Independence looks like they were going to bring the pressure, and they do, to throw. And got a man out there, and the pressure, I think, caused that to come up short and brings up third down.
3rd and 11.
So the clock stops with 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter off that incompletion. So you got to think 2 chances here now, Eric, for Lincoln to pick this up from the Independence 45, 3rd and 11. And in this situation, Mr. Reliable, Cade Riley, the tight end, has been the guy that they've gone to.
Yeah, and let's see how the defensive is aligned right here. Got single safety high. Yeah, anything crossing, you can get some crossing routes.
Bart takes the snap. They flush him out of the pocket. He's in trouble. He'll throw the ball. Got a man out there, and it's caught for a first down. A beautiful catch by Brody Barnes. He was the one who fumbled the previous time, able to haul that one in.
And the elusiveness of A.J. Bart.
I beg your pardon. Maybe that was a different – I beg your pardon. That was Edwards that caught that.
Edwards, yeah, he caught that and stayed with his quarterback and did the old scramble drill, dialing up heat again.
From the 27 of Independence.
Hey, dialing up heat, but your slot receiver is wide open. I mean, there's no help on the slot receiver if you bring this heat.
And that's the final play of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it's Independence 21, Lincoln 10. We'll take a break, come back with the fourth quarter. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we're going to the fourth quarter here at Coal City, West Virginia at Independence High School. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. We have Alex Fink on camera. And, of course, Mr. Chris Farish, the one and only stat man, doing his thing as he always does, is making us look smarter by his stats. All right, start of the fourth quarter, Eric. It will be a first down for Lincoln at the 27-yard line of Independence. Bart waits on the shotgun snap, takes the snap, rolls the pocket. He's in trouble, throws the ball short, and it's intercepted. This might go down the near sideline, one man, and there's the tackle, and Independence defense able to come up again as Independence.
That's Laxton
again, who had the return fumble for a touchdown. And once again, Independence defense comes up big, Eric. They get the pick right here. They turn Lincoln away on fourth down at the goal line. And then they also got the scoop and score, and now Laxton that got the scoop and score comes up with a big pick, and that could be a game changer right there.
Yeah, another game changer. And the defense, as you stated, everybody loves offense, but defense wins championships, and the defense is really coming up big here in the second half.
So Independence will take over at the 46-yard line on their side of the field with a first down. And you got to think if they're able to put a touchdown, that might be able to deliver the knockout blow on Lincoln. As far as his late getting onto the field, he just does. Green takes the snap. They throw it out to Byers. He makes the first man miss. He's across midfield. He's got a first down. He's down the far sideline, and they run him out of bounds inside the 30, and a big play for Independence. And the big thing, making the first guy miss.
Yeah, and well over 100 yards receiving is KJ Byers as the young freshman comes up time after time, big play after big play when it's needed.
all the way to the 28-yard line of Lincoln. And Independence, like I said, maybe they feel they could put the game away. They're able to score here. Green to throw, throws it short. They make the connection. It's a first down. Ran out of bounds about the 15-yard line. And let's see who that is that made that catch. I can't tell if that was Bradbury on the reception. That's Linksweiler, I beg your pardon. It's so hard to see across the way. And Linksweiler were able to haul that in. So it's a first down.
That's not Linksweiler, whoever 21 is.
Bradbury, that's what I thought it was. The PA said Linksweiler, that's why I said that. Here's the pass as they make the connection out to Vyers. He breaks a tackle. And he gets about a yard. But, yeah, I thought it was Bradbury initially, and they had said that it was Linksweiler, but it was Bradbury. So the ball will be placed at the 15-yard line. It'll be second down.
Bradbury with a catch.
That was the previous play that Bradbury had to catch. Green takes the shotgun snap, has time. Now they force him out of the pocket. He's in trouble now, and he throws the ball up for grabs, and he throws it away. And is there anybody available there? It could be saying intentional grounding.
They're going to call horse collar, but if you're in the pocket.
Well, is it a horse collar or is it going to be intentional grounding? There is a flag. And let's see what the call is going to be. Personal foul.
Coach.
Horse collaring, you were right. And they'll tack 15 yards on. Or in this case, maybe where the ball's at, it might be half the distance. I think anything inside the 20 is half the distance. Or now maybe they're going back from the spot of the foul. And that's the one thing so different. High school is not even close to the same rules as college or pro.
Yeah.
And high schools, and they the rule changed so much, so it may not be a first down.
And the one thing that if you're in the pocket, I didn't see if he scrambled. He moved, but if he never got out of the pocket, is it a horse collar?
Well,
in pros, if you're in, of course, that's pro football. If you're in the pocket, the quarterback can be tackled.
Well, to me, the biggest thing is they still have third down over there. So it's half the distance, so it's not a first down.
Wow.
And I think there's still some confusion. The down marker says third down. They haven't moved the chain for the ball, the one that follows the ball. He's still with there now. Now they do move it, but I'm still waiting to see if they'll change it. And it looks like it's still third down, Eric. And the ball's going to be put down at the 8-yard line. So now they flip it. It's going to be second down. It's not a first down, which I think that's crazy that you don't get a first down on plays like that. But it's not enough because the penalty at half the distance doesn't get you past what would have been a first down. So they put the ball down at the 8-yard line, and it's second down. And they're going to run the ball, and they'll run it up down into the 5-yard line, and that's very close to a first down. As Paxton Myers is the one that carried the ball. And now it'll be
second and goal.
Second down.
Line, or the 2.
So from the 2-yard line, it is now first down. That's a first down.
Yeah, and I look for Independence to run the ball here again.
They got Myers in there, and they got another running back in there. We'll check that in a minute as this is a running play for the touchdown. Brock Green able to take it on in. And with 10:04 remaining in the game, that takes the Independence lead out to 27-10 as they will go for the PAT here from placement. So that's a 46-yard drive after the interception in 5 plays as Green finishes off the drive with the touchdown from 2 yards out. And Cuppert will try to tack on his 4th PAT, even though he's been 0 for 2 from field goals. And this kick is up, and it's good. So he's 4 for 4 for extra points, 0 for 2 field goals. But your new score is now Independence 28, Lincoln 10, with 10:04 remaining in the 4th quarter. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Independence got a little breathing room now as Brock Green, a 2-yard touchdown run, 10:04 remaining in the ballgame, Eric, have extended the lead to 28-10. Before the kickoff, you've got an update on the Beckley-Wheeling Park game.
Oh, Beckley is down 27-14. They were, it was at the 2-yard line, and something happened, fumble, something, scoop and score.
For Wheeling Park.
Yes, for Wheeling Park.
So here's a kickoff, and Independence with good coverage as they put Lincoln back in the hole at the 10-yard line as Colton Edwards on the return for Lincoln. And right now the wagon, the wheels are getting wobbly on the wagon for Lincoln right now.
And I think Laxton was really came up big defensively for Independence. And if there was a game ball to be given out, you'd have to give it to number 18 for Independence because he helped stymie this offense for Lincoln.
Yeah, he had the big, scoop and score for the touchdown, the big interception that led to the last touchdown. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln on their 11-yard line. And now if you're Lincoln, you probably got to maybe kind of ban the run. You're down 18 with 10 minutes to go. You got to start putting some first downs, some big plays together. As A.J. Bart takes the shotgun snap, and they're going to run the ball. And I think Independence, even though they give up 3 or 4 yards, would be okay with that. The ball out to the 14-yard line because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of times going off the clock and on a turning clock. I think it's under almost 9.5 minutes, getting close to that mark.
Yeah, and you're 18 points down. You're 3 scores behind. So even though, if you're Independence, as long as you don't give up a big 40, 50-yard play, a big play, if you give up an 8, 10-yard run, you'll still be okay with that.
Yeah, you would take the methodical offense right now, right? If you're Independence, just bend but don't break.
The ball out to the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 7 as the clock continues to run. As we're coming up on the 9-minute mark, Bart takes the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, eludes one, throws it, and it's broken up and almost intercepted.
Yeah, and the defenders are really was that Laxton again?
Landon Phelan on the play.
Okay, great play.
So it'll bring up 3rd down for Lincoln. 3rd and 7. The clock stops on the incompletion as we're at 9:11 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And if Independence hangs on and wins this game, and looks like Doddridge is going to do business, or handling their business rather, they're in front of Logan Big the last time we checked.
After this play out.
We'll check it. It will be Doddridge and Independence here next week. Bart takes the shotgun snap to throw. Sets up in the pocket, throws it short, and it's knocked down, and that's almost interference. And now a flag, I was going to say, that could have been interference, and the flag comes in. It was clearly interference. The home fans, and like you said earlier, they wouldn't be fans unless they booed it, but that was clearly interference. And that'll be a penalty, and the 15 yards will be enough to give them a 1st down.
Yeah.
Pass interference on the defense.
So there they walk off the penalty yards. We do have some fans right below our window, Eric, that are a little put out with the officiating.
They did not agree with that call, that's for sure.
The penalty will take the ball out to the 29-yard line. I think that's the safest way to say it, right?
Hey, I think that might be the funniest thing in the 4th quarter here before this next play, Doddridge County will be making the trek to good old Coal City if this score holds up here. They're up 52-7 over Logan.
Yep, and so we could have a Doddridge Independence battle if Independence is able to hang on. Here's a catch, but a very minimal gain as that's Jacob Bart on the reception. Gets the ball out to the 30-yard line and gets a yard. It'll be 2nd down.
And Maris, Mingo Central has extended the lead over James Monroe now, 24-14. so they may hold on for that victory.
So, Eric, you and I, we had a chance to see Doddridge all the way back the first week in August, or the first weekend back in August when they beat Liberty.
Hey, so, Mayor, you know, Doddridge makes the trip here. They might just drive up here and go, hey, are we back at Liberty?
Yeah. Here's a pass Bart to Bart, and fighting for yardage out to the 35. That's A.J. Bart, the quarterback, throwing to his younger brother, Jacob Bart. And he's able to weave his way through Coal City traffic there and get out to the 35-yard line. But like I said, Eric, plays like that, you're getting 4 or 5 yards at a clip. We're coming up on the 8-minute mark. You know, you're down 3 scores.
And that's exactly what I just said. I said, Doddridge, I mean, if you're Independence, excuse me, I'm Doddridge on the brain already. But if you're Independence, you're okay with the way this is lining up.
Here's going to be a running play. That'll get him a first down across the 40, a good hard run by Connor Rice. And that'll get the ball at the 42. But you don't even mind that. The clock will continue to run as soon as they set the ball. And that's a first down.
But still, I like the fight in this, this Lincoln team, man. That this game was turned over on its, on its head on a couple of defensive plays. But this Lincoln team, they came to play and they had a good game plan.
Here's the deep ball down the far side, one-on-one coverage. Another penalty on Independence.
And he caught it anyway.
And he caught it, and it's going to be pass interference, but he caught it at the 25-yard line. But you're right. Even if this score, even if Lincoln scores, or even if they don't, it stays 28-10. The game's been much closer than what the score has indicated.
This is a beautifully thrown football. I mean, that is right on the money. Dropped out of the sky right in the bucket.
And that'll get the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line of Independence. As you mentioned, a beautiful throw right in the bucket.
Cougars at the Independence 25-yard line.
So A.J. Bard has had himself quite a night for Lincoln. As we're under 7.5 remaining, 7:22 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Bart from the 25-yard line takes the shotgun snap, sets up in the pocket, now steps up, throws on the far sideline. It's caught for a first down. Ran out of bounds over there on the far side. And that is Edwards with the reception, and that'll be first and goal for Lincoln.
And once again, way to climb the pocket right there, A.J. Bart. And he keeps his eyes downfield, doesn't drop his vision, picks up the first down.
They'll put the ball down inside the 10, the ball down to the 9-yard line, first and goal for Lincoln. They got to be thinking if they get a touchdown, they probably want to go for 2.
Man coverage up top.
Bart to throw, far side. That's where they're going, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, and that's the correct play because it's press coverage. And if I'm Lincoln, I dial that up again because you've been winning that battle most of the time.
So it'll bring up second down and goal. The clock stops on the incompletion. 6:49 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Independence trying to advance to the quarterfinals and host Doddridge because it looks like Doddridge has definitely taken care of their business. They're up big over Logan. And that was up at Doddridge tonight. Doddridge the 5 seed, Logan the 12 seed. Here, Lincoln is the 13th seed, Independence the 4th one.
Same play, Maris, up top.
Bart. They force him out of the pocket. He's rolling here to the near side. Looks, stops, throws back across. There's old Mr. Reliable, the tight end for the touchdown. And I told you, the Reliable is Riley, Cade Riley. He's always there when you need him.
Mr. Reliable.
That's what I say, Mr. Reliable.
Mr. Reliable.
Always there when you need him, and that's a nice play. And Bart made that play happen, too, by keeping the play alive with his scrambling ability.
And he ran parallel to the line of scrimmage. This is just good vision.
This is great. This is good football. Like, there he is, and able to get into the end zone. Now, I would say they would go for 2 here, but they're not. They're going to kick it from placement. So that was a 9-play drive that started on their own 11-yard line.
I'd like to know how many yards at this juncture does Bart have passing.
So it's 28-16.
338 yards.
And the point after looks good, and it is good. So with 6:40 left in the game, your new score is 28-17. That was an 89-yard drive in 9 plays, and the final 9 yards, the touchdown pass to Bart to Riley, and 28-17. We'll take a break, be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
28-17, the new score, Eric, and I got to believe that Lincoln's going to try to onside kick it. They need the ball. Independence is thinking the same thing. They got the good hands team out there, 6:40 left in the contest.
But if you remember in the second quarter, Lincoln almost recovered an onside kick. And this is doable at this point in the game. And hats off to this Lincoln team. They really came down here. And, I think people across the state probably thought this was going to be a blowout. And it's anything but.
Here comes and that's what you want, that high hop.
That high hop, a great play.
But it was played well by Independence.
And I think, is that Mr. if it's 18 Laxton, he's definitely.
Laxton, yeah, and that's why you got your good hand teams out there, and he made a great play. Independence will have it at the 45-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Patriots.
So now if you're Independence, you just want to put the game away here.
I think you try to keep it on the ground a little bit.
Yeah. You wish that you would have your big back, Silas Nelson, but you got Myers in there, and maybe they also can throw the little swing passes.
Yeah, something safe, safe. Yeah.
So from their own 45, Brock Green will bring them out. 6:39 left in the game, 28-17. I mean, you don't want to go conservative, that's for sure, but, you want, like I said, just safe things. And, like I said, the first play is a handoff to Paxton Myers. He gets the ball across midfield, and a nice game before they push him back, but he'll get the ball to the 49-yard line of Lincoln. It'll be 2nd down and 4 coming up, and that's a good, safe play and a good hard run by Paxton Myers.
Great. Future's bright for that young. Hey, a lot of freshmen on this team contributing, and that bodes well for the future.
They'll put him at the 48, give him 7. Yeah, he was the quarterback on the middle school team.
Yes, and a good one. Of course, we got Brock Green, so you're going to be behind him.
And I'm sure he doesn't mind carrying the ball. He wants to get on the field. And when his number's called, he's done well as he has it again. And there's a holding penalty that's going to negate this first down.
And
run.
I actually saw it.
Yeah, that's what I say. I saw it too. That's why I said immediately. You could see he tackled him as soon as he handled as soon as Paxton Myers got the ball. You could see that was like a takedown. That's
the home
good.
Crowd's not going to think that, but it was.
That'll be good when wrestling season starts, right?
And this is a real good wrestling
right,
team.
That's what I'm saying. That was a takedown. That's why I said that's a holding right away. I was
2 points for the takedown.
So that'll negate the first down run. So me and you and the ones that count, we're all over that.
Yes.
Ball goes back inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's something you didn't need, though, if you're Independence. But, look, you can come up and throw it to 7 right here.
Green throws the ball deep. Got a man out there. Linksweiler all by himself. Hauls it in. This will be a touchdown. As Linksweiler will get in the end zone, and he'll get shoved from behind. And then here all the flags come out. That'll be a personal foul as all the laundry is thrown out to the field as Independence able to hit the big play. That is a 57-yard touchdown pass from Brock Green as we watch the replay right here to Christian Linksweiler. Linksweiler got behind everybody.
Take your pick.
And then he was just kind of like taking his time into the end zone. And then right here, that was really uncalled for, that shove right between the 1 and the 3 right in the back.
Yeah, but he was doing a little celebration right there.
Yeah, he was.
That guy said, hey. Wow.
So that touchdown will take the lead to 34-17 with 5:40 remaining in the ball game. And now I guess they'll figure it out. Will they do it on the extra point or will they do it on the kickoff?
Hey, but I saw chaos in the defensive backfield right. He could have thrown it to anybody. Everybody was running free.
So the officials are getting together, and if they move it up,
I think if there's 2 flags, it could be offsetting penalties because he was celebrating before he went in.
Yeah,
he was doing the celebration that Jonathan Taylor does.
Yeah, and he didn't. He took his time crossing the goal line too. So there's the call. There's the penalty. And sportsmanlike conduct.
Offset. Yes. Because look, right here, he's doing
Yeah. You just got to get in the end zone. And it's frustrating, I'm sure, for Lincoln. I'm not defending either one because two wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
But I think they were both in the wrong one.
They were,
one.
and they both got flagged.
And the right call.
That's
Which,
right.
by the way, this you can see why they're calling playoffs. This officiating crew has done an outstanding job tonight. And I know a lot of times fans want to always get on the officials, and sometimes we have the same way.
They've done nothing to
They have called the game the
straight.
way it should have been called, and the way it has been called, and they did a good job. So now it'll bring Cuppert in to try to tack on the 35th point. But, yeah, my hat's off, and I don't know who the crew is.
Yes.
But they've done an excellent job.
Done a great job.
So they got the ball on the 45-yard line, and that's a two-play, 55-yard drive that ended up with a 57-yard touchdown pass from Brock Green to Linksweiler. And now we're waiting for the PAT, and we still have 5:40 left in the game. So I don't know if it's me, but it seems like the first half went by kind of quick. Second half's kind of dragging on. As here comes the point after, and Cuppert bangs it through. So Cuppert, from the extra point, has had a perfect night, 5 of 5, even though he was 0 for 2 for field goals. He's banged home the extra points, and Independence leads 35-17.
And I still think they're going to need him moving forward to make a kick somewhere down the line.
All right, we're going to move forward with a commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
All right, we're back here in Coal City, and while we're in the commercial break, Eric, we do have the first final of the night, and you said Doddridge County is the winner?
Doddridge County beats Logan 52-7.
Wow, so we know for sure that if Independence hangs on, and they are up by the score of 35-17 are the Patriots with 5:40 to go, that it'll be Doddridge here in Coal City next week if this score holds up.
Maris, can I squeeze two more?
Yes, you can.
Double-A scores in Frankfurt final 49-7. And Philip Barber, 36-8 over South Harrison final. And another one, Mingo Central pulls away to beat James Monroe, 24-14.
All right. And someone put on our screen that West Virginia women's team beat Duke. I don't know if that's a final. You can see if that's true, Eric.
Yes, I'll pull it right up.
Because, people say a lot of things, but here comes the ensuing kickoff back to football. Inside the 30-yard line is where the ball will be taken and get out to the 35-yard line, and that's where Lincoln will start this drive, 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
And yes, Maris, that is correct. West Virginia with 5 players left in the second half, into the third quarter, beat Duke, the number 15 team, 57-49.
Yeah, we appreciate the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. He's got everything up on the screen for us there. But, Eric, that'll be interesting. I'm sure that'll be all over the headlines tomorrow if there was a brawl in that game.
Well, it said it was a fight. And the only people got ejected, though, were you can't leave the bench.
Right.
So I guess all their bench players left.
And so they all got tossed.
They gone. I mean, that's the rule.
That is the rule. But it's still hard, if your teammates out there, you want to be able to help them, and I get that. All right, so back to football. It's 1st and 10 for Lincoln on their own 35. Bart takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes. He's in trouble, and down he's going to go. And they need to blow the whistle because they got him and they've had him, and now they'll sack him back at the 31-yard line.
And I can't say enough about this quarterback, though, Maris. A.J. Bart. He is as good as his coach. As you talk to his coach and said, look, our quarterback is good, we go through him. Well, and he is totally
he came in, he passed for 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He did have a pick here tonight through his 6th interception. But like I said, he's thrown some really great passes tonight, and he's been very poised, very smooth in the pocket. And Independence, they got 35 points, but it's really been on the defensive end of why they've been successful here tonight. And like you said, that's what going to get you to Charleston. And if Independence is able to hoist the championship, it'll be from the defensive side of the ball.
And they're more than capable with the players they have, the playmakers on defense, and this young receiving crew with the old veteran Christian Linksweiler.
And I'll tell you, and it looks like Independence will hang on and win this. They've got an opponent next week. You and I have seen Doddridge. Doddridge is undefeated. That should be a game next week.
So let's talk about this. You and I have talked about Doddridge since the first game.
Yep.
It didn't matter the opponent, but we knew that was a good team that somebody was going to have to play to win a state championship.
Yeah, we know how well executed that Doddridge runs their plays. They got a good quarterback, got good running backs. It'll be a tall task for Independence, but the big advantage is they'll bring up 4th down. One thing, Independence has been very good at home, and like I said, even when times like tonight, the offense I thought played in spurts. It played good at times, and other times it didn't, but when they needed it, they really hung their hat on the defense. The defense
came up big. The defense back-to-back possessions turned this offense away. And probably at the end of this drive, this quarterback for Lincoln, A.J. Bart, will have probably 400 yards passing.
Yeah, and that's amazing. He's going to have 400 yards, but he's only got 17 points as of now as we go under 4 minutes. This is 4th down. And Bart will roll. They've got to pick it up. They've got to get the ball out across the 45, and they won't, and that'll be incomplete, and Independence will take over. So Bart a little frustrated, and he's throwing his arms up. I don't know if he's fussing at his receiver or at the official or who he's fussing at, but Independence will take over on downs.
Yeah, and that should do it right there.
Yeah, that should do it. And Independence, like I said, they've been good the last 4 years, and they've been very good here at home, only losing one game actually the last 5 years. This is our 5th year of doing video productions together, Eric, you and I, and they'll take over at the 37-yard line, but they have been really good at home.
And if you're Independence, you're probably going to run some offense, man, try to get that rolling.
Yeah, if you tack another one up, I'm not sure that, if they do, they do. They're probably, they just want to maybe run the ball. There's 3:50 left in the game.
They're going to try to put one. Got to get some momentum going because this game is way closer than this score.
That's what I said. Here's a pass out to Vyers, and he's trying to break free. The defender hanging on for dear life.
And that was smart. Go ahead and go down because the cavalry was coming. You don't want to take unnecessary hits.
And that was Edwards. Like I said, he was hanging on for dear life there. The ball inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. And from the 34, it'll be 2nd down and 7. And like I said, Independence, they could run the clock. There's just 23 on the play clock. They could take it down. We're coming up on 3:20 for the game. They can run it and snap the ball with a couple seconds left. They'll hand the ball to Paxton Myers. He goes off the left side inside the 30. He's got a 1st down. He's got more. He's down the sideline. He's got a touchdown. No, he stepped out of bounds. I think he stepped out of bounds, right?
No, I think he scored.
No, the referee's standing right there. I think he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
He stepped out right inside the 20-yard line.
Out of bounds at the
Yeah, he stepped out. He got the 1st down, and as he tiptoes down the near sideline, he stepped out right there. Yep, he did. And the official's right on it. It'll be a 1st down from the 16-yard line. Myers gets the carry again and gets the ball inside the 15 to the 14.
Gain of 2.
So it'll be a 2nd down play.
2nd and 8 ball at the 15-yard line.
And we got a timeout by Lincoln. Lincoln will take a timeout. We'll take it with him, be right back. 2:53 left in the game, 35-17 the lead for Independence.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Back here in Coal City, we got another final. The other Raleigh County team in the postseason, Eric, and Beckley Falls at the Island up in Wheeling. They lose to Wheeling Park 27-14. I believe you told me, right, in the commercial?
Yes, 27-14.
So 27-14, the final score. Wheeling Park defeats Beckley. So the only Raleigh County team left in the postseason is Independence, and Independence looks like they're ready to take that next step of winning this game. And if that's the case, they will host Doddridge. Doddridge with a big win over Logan tonight, 52-7. So they'll get Doddridge here next Friday or Saturday. That'll be determined on Sunday. Here's out of the timeout. Here's the running play to Paxton Myers. He falls forward as he gets down inside the 10, maybe to the 9-yard line, and it'll bring up a third down play.
We have an upset brewing in the AAA ranks. Number 14, Robert Bird, with the ball late in the fourth quarter, leading Fairmont Senior 36-28.
Wow, that's a huge upset right there. So it'll bring up third and short. The ball's put down at the 8-yard line for Independence as they're closing in on a playoff victory. Like I said, each of the last 4 years they've made it at least to the semifinals. They were runner-up, champion, in semifinals each of the last 2 seasons. Paxton Myers will go right up the middle into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. 5-play, 37-yard drive. And Independence has opened up a 41-17 lead. And, Eric, and I think when people see this score around the state, this game was really much closer than what the score is going to indicate.
Yeah, it definitely was. The game was turned upside down by this Independence team with a great defensive effort from Laxton, who had an interception that stopped the drive and picked up a fumble and rambled for a score as well.
Yeah, and not only stopped the drive, but it led to the Independence touchdown, as the PAT by Cuthbert is up and good, and he's been perfect on the night for PAT. So your new score is Independence 42, Lincoln 17, 2:08 left in the game. We'll keep it here and try to get caught up on some scores, Eric. Do we have anything on the Greenbrier East ball game?
Yes, and Greenbrier East right now with 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter, Maris, trailing Chapmanville, and you called this one. On Chapmanville on the road, leading Greenbrier East 46-37, and the winner of this game will be on the road or host the winner of Princeton, right? Princeton.
They'll be on Princeton and
no.
The winner of this will get Bridgeport, because Bridgeport they play tomorrow. They play Pikeview tomorrow.
Yes.
So if you got any, go ahead and update everything you got.
Okay, so everything we got in the AAA ranks will stay here. Robert Bird, as I said, was leading Fairmont Senior late in the fourth quarter, 36-28. North Marion 42-30 over Kaiser. Nitro 28, Capital 7.
Are those finals?
No, these are still in the fourth quarter. Nothing's gone final in AAA. AA, I gave you all the finals, but we can go over them here on the kick. Doddridge County looks to be on the road here at Independence, maybe Friday night or Saturday, as they handle Logan 52-7.
So Independence is going to win this game as they're up 42-17 with 2:08 left in it. And Lincoln made a fight. It was a tight game. It was 14-10 at halftime. What changed the game when Lincoln got stopped on the goal line and couldn't get it to 21-16. Here's the kickoff and a good return out near the 30-yard line. And that's where Lincoln will start this series. Like I said, I think these officials have really done a fabulous job here tonight.
Okay, a couple of AA finals. Midland Trail hosting number 10 Petersburg, and Midland Trail wins that one 27-12. Mingo Central, as we told you earlier, final over James Monroe 24-14.
So Midland Trail, if with that win, if Bluefield beats Oak Glen tomorrow at Mitchell Stadium, then it will be Midland Trail playing at Bluefield. Is Chapmanville has the ball. They're in the they're going to win the game. They're in the final 30 seconds. So they got the ball up 46-37.
Two finals one final in single A. Only 2 games played tonight, Maris. And final, Pendleton County lays the wood to Greenbrier West 60-7.
Here's a running play here to the near sideline, and it gets across the 35. And that is Rice on the carry, Connor Rice. So he gets about 7 or 8 yards. They put him down at the 37-yard line and give him 7 on the play, second down. So Lincoln's going to end their season. They're going to be 4-7.
And final over at Fairleigh is Greenbrier East loses 46-37 to Chapmanville.
Here's Bart, looks to throw, throws it short. It's caught, and the receiver gets out of bounds. As it'll be A.J. Bart to his brother Jacob Bart. And it'll be short of the first down. We'll stop the clock as he's able to get out of bounds with 1:19 left in it. So already thinking, Eric, about next week, that should be one heck of a game between Doddridge and Independence. And to my knowledge, and you would know better, I don't think they've ever played in football before.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because back in the day, it was Doddridge was a single A.
Single A.
When you had three classes, Doddridge was single A and Independence was always double A. So, I don't ever recall them ever playing. I don't ever recall them playing really in anything, but especially in football.
And I got to know the coach from Doddridge just by seeing him at track meets. They have a good track program as well.
Yeah, I had a nice conversation with him way back in August when we were prepping for the Liberty game. There's a fumble. The ball's out, and I think Independence might have it.
Fumble on the play.
And if that's the case, that'll be the third turnover if we didn't have any turnovers in the first half. Independence says they have it. And let's see about the ones that count. And the ones that count say Independence has it, and they've recovered it, and that should do it. Well, I mean, the game was already pretty much over with when Independence, with this lead and with 1 minute and 12 left, Eric, all they really need to do is just take a couple of knees and get in the locker room and prepare themselves for Doddridge next week.
And Independence did what they had to do, survive in advance. And as you stated, I can't state. It's 42-17, but the game
much closer than the score indicated.
The final score.
It was only 14-10 at halftime. And like I said, when it was 21-10, and they got stopped down on the goal line.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
They were that was the.
Yeah, that was it.
We said might have been the play of the game.
Yeah, and that's what flipped it. Now, the best formation that every coach likes in any game, especially in the postseason, the victory formation. So next week we will have Independence and Doddridge, and if it's Friday, well, it doesn't matter whether Friday or Saturday. We hope it's Friday, and I think most coaches want to stay in routine, Eric. They want to play on Friday. Well, I think the few games that are played tomorrow, because the distance is so far, is why they had to do it.
And I think you agree with this one. Doddridge having already came to this area early to start the season.
Right.
They're going to keep the routine. I would almost for certain think it'll be Friday night.
Yeah, and, I had a nice report with their coach. And actually his name slips my mind right now because, but he did pay us a compliment. He said after he got home and before he got home, he said the home fans of Doddridge were pleased with our broadcast. So,
that's good.
We report good. Not everybody thinks everything we do is good. Some people think everything we do is great, and however people think that's good, but it's nice to know that people who don't know Eric, you or I, or don't know anything about it, and not have really met that they felt that that we were very fair to their team. But that's the ball game. The final score: Independence defeats Lincoln 42-17. Independence will advance. Lincoln season's over. We'll take a quick break, come back and wrap it up here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Hey, grab me one too.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back here to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show here at Independence High School in Coal City. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Eric, we put the final touches on this victory for Independence. They defeat Lincoln 42-17. Lincoln had a great season. They played hard, but they come up a little short. They finished their season 4-7, and now Independence moves on. They'll get Doddridge. We'll talk about that later. But in the meantime, you have the numbers, and you have Independence to start with their numbers courtesy of Statman Chris Varish.
And Independence finished with 383 total yards of offense. They had 282 through the air. And Brock Green, he had a great game. Once again, 16 of 22, 282 yards, 0 turnovers, 2 touchdowns. KJ Vyers had 8 catches for 129 yards. Didn't get in the paint, but every catch he seems to make is a first down or a big gainer when Independence needs it. Linksweiler had 4 catches, 131 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In rushing, they rushed for 101 yards, and Paxton Myers really gave him a lift. 8 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. And Silas Nelson, and that's going to be the big question mark for next week, and all eyes will be on him. Was not able to go in the second half, but 2 carries in the second half and pulled himself out with the lingering knee injury. He had 8 carries, 54 yards, and a score for the Patriots.
And, Eric, just to touch on KJ Byers, even though he didn't get in the end zone, like you said, his receptions led to big plays, especially after they got down 3-0. He caught that pass and went down the sidelines that led to the first touchdown, and he made some other good catches. Even though he didn't score, not necessarily does he have to score, but he set up a lot his teammates.
His catches are always impactful.
Yes.
And, he's out there making plays when plays are there to be made. And now it's funny, we said they had 383 total yards, 350 total yards for Lincoln. And if you take this into account, Lincoln only had 4 yards rushing.
Yeah.
49 sacked yards and 22 of 51, 22 carries for 51 yards for Rice for them. But the big man on campus, man, he made a couple, one interception, but he was trying to do everything he could to will his team to victory. He was 34, and that would be A.J. Bart, 34 of 49 for 346 yards and 2 scores.
So imagine you would throw that many times, you complete 34-49, throw for 349, and still get beat like they did.
Yeah, and the leading receiver was his brother, 16 catches for 145 yards. It was Bart to Bart. Sound like a law firm out there all night. Bart to Bart. And hats off to Lincoln because they came down here with a game plan. They executed it. Just had too many turnovers in the second half to overcome this Independence squad.
Yeah, and as much as we talk about Independence, and that's what makes the big plays, and that's what gets a lot of highlights and raises a lot of eyebrows, and that's what does it in the regular season. When you get in the postseason, for Independence to get where they want to go, they have to hang their hat on the defensive end or the defensive side of the ball, and that's where they did it tonight. Their defense came up big with the stop down on the goal line. They got a scoop and score, and they got a huge interception.
And a lot of coaches, older coaches, especially in our time, they all say that the offense puts people in the stands, but defense wins championships. And if you're going to win from here moving forward, games just get harder each round.
Well, you're right.
And you're going to need that kind of, up front and that kind of defensive presence.
And to update that saying, offense does put people in the stands. Defense will keep them in the stands. Because if you're winning, they'll keep coming back, right?
That's right.
And defense does that. And it travels.
And it travels.
Yeah.
But right now they don't have to worry about that. But they have a very game Doddridge County team coming down here hopefully Friday night.
Yeah, and before we wrap this up, I think you'll agree with this, Eric. Independence put up 42, and I don't think they were at their best on the offensive side of the ball.
No, they did not. You can account for 2 of those scores because of defense. Not only the one that was picked up and ran for a touchdown, but they turned them over on downs twice, short field,
right?
And it reflected in the total yards. So only 380, only 33 more total yards than Lincoln had.
All right, that'll do it from here. Once again, next week, Independence, the number 4 seed, they'll play host to number 5 Doddridge. We won't know when the game will be played until Sunday, and we do know that it will be here at Independence High School here at Coal City. We do hope it's Friday. I agree with you, Eric, because Doddridge has they came down here to start the regular season against Liberty and Raleigh County, and I think most coaches, whether they did that or whether they didn't, they like to stay in routine. They like to play on Friday night. I would imagine that the game would be on Friday. We hope that it is, but whatever day or night it is, whether it's Friday night or Saturday afternoon, we'll have it on video productions, but we do hope it's Friday. And before we say our goodbyes, your final take of the game.
My final take is what of the first round playoff game. Very exciting, good game to call, and I look forward to Doddridge County coming here to Coal City next week.
All right. We also want to remind you that on Monday we'll have the Raleigh County Grade School third-place game and championship game. Eric and I will have that. We'll be on the air at 5:50, 6 o'clock. It's the third-place game, 7:30, the Raleigh County Grade School championship game. That comes from Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. For our entire crew here, we appreciate Alex Fink right there, even though he's got his Baltimore Raven get-up on. Everybody still talk to him and let him in the press box, even though he's wearing his Raven get-up, and that's cool. As always, Chris Ferris does a fabulous job. And what can we say about the heavy hitter? He's just Mr. Nick Eskins, smooth as always, the heavy hitter. Appreciate everything he does. And Chris Ferris on stats. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Congratulations, Independence. They win the first-round playoff game, 42-17 over Lincoln. Good night, everybody.